Where's my breakfast?
Not there, is it?
That's what I'm saying.
Ah, but you haven't heard what I'm saying, have you?
What have you said?
Well, I'll tell you, Stanley. What I'm saying is that from today onwards, and inclusive, there'll be no breakfast served till you're washed, shaved and dressed, preferably for work. But seeing as it's New Year's Day today, I'll let you off.
Right. Let's have me breakfast.
No, I mean I'll let you off dressing for work. Today you can dress for holidays. Put that new shirt on I bought you for Christmas.
Which one?
Which one? How many did I buy you?
You don't mean that pansy one with the flowers on, do you?
Now, Luke, it's a fashion shirt, is that?
I know it's not rubbish, but it's got flowers all over it. Only Jessies wear shirts with flowers on.
Suit yourself.
I'm hungry, Chuck.
You're also filthy and smelly. Now, when you've stopped yourself being filthy and smelly, I'll stop you being hungry. If it's possible with a belly that size.
Look, I can't fasten the collar. It's 18 and I'm 18 and a half, you know.
Right, well, that gives you a new insensitive then, doesn't it? No breakfast served till you're washed, shaved and dressed in your new shirt with your collar fastened. One way of getting some of the lard off you.
What a flipping way to start the flipping new year.
I've made my resolution, Stanley, and this is one of them.
Well, take care I don't make one. Not to hand any money over unless I get my meals served proper.
Oh. You mean I can live on my earnings and you live on yours?
You can say that again. I've said all I'm going to say on that subject. No.
Len,
no.
Don't you dare walk away from this table when I'm talking at you. Just you answer me this, you. What do you do in this house?
What do I... What do I do?
Yeah.
I do a damn sight more work than all the fellas in this street put together. I do the plastering, I do the plumbing, I do the decorating, I do every odd job God sends. That's what I do.
Right, and I do all cooking and washing and cleaning and darning and ironing.
All right, fair's fair.
Is it? Do you know what you've got out there? A brand new electric drill, not 2 weeks old. A jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw, whatever it's called. Electric sander. Stands for this, that and God knows what. Enough decorating equipment to fill a shop. And what have I got? I've got a sewing machine up in that back room, and do you know how old it is? Well, I'll tell you, because date's on treadle. 1912. 1912! It was sewing shirts for Flaming Boer War, that.
The Boer War was over in 1912.
Stop evading the issue. The point is, why should you have everything you want, and I have to make do with rubbish?
I'll tell you, because everything I've got I use in the firm.
No, you don't.
I do, as a matter of fact. Will you tell me something quite honestly? Why would we need a dishwasher? There's only 2 of us here. 1 or 2 pots every day.
Have you seen your 1 or 2 pots? Because I'll leave them in sync for you one day and you'll be able to see what we get through.
It still doesn't alter the fact there's only 2 of us here, and washing up for 2 never killed anybody, did it?
Not for them that don't do it, it doesn't. No, but I'm the muggins that does. And after being on my feet in your shop all day.
Ours. It's joint, don't forget. Hey, and remember, I keep the boots and all.
I should think so. Finance is your department. Oh, come on, Len. You're ever such a bargain. £140. And just think what we can be doing while that dishwasher's sorting all pots out. I know a fella who'll plumb it in for as cheap.
Who?
You. Oh, go on, what do you say?
Well, I was saving the $64,000 reason for the end. I was hoping I wouldn't have to use it.
What?
Money. Or rather, lack of it. You see now, you see. What was it you said? I do all the finances. All right, then I'll tell you just what I do. I pay out the wages, I pay out the bills, I pay for the materials. I mean, let's face it, the dishwasher is hardly a number 1 priority, is it? And even if it was, I couldn't find another 140 quid.
I don't believe you.
I haven't got Ray now, you know. I mean, whatever you think of him, he was a grafter.
I don't believe you.
We're living hand to mouth, darling. Oh, I know it looks good. I mean, me with my own firm, my own shop. But you ask any small trader what it's like nowadays. I mean, the suppliers, they want paying on the nail. Customer always wants 2 months' credit. And you're the piggy in the middle trying to pay off the interest on the mortgage, on the installment plan.
I still don't believe you.
Oh, come on, love. I mean, I'd buy you 100 dishwashers if I could afford it. Well, give it a bit of time, eh? Give me a chance. They'll still be there, you know, when we have got the money.
Till I've gone up, then.
Oh, that's nothing fresh, is it? Come on. Get your glad rags on. We will go to Blackpool.
I don't feel like it now.
mind a little corner shop of my own. I bet the gold mine.
Ooh, ours isn't, not judging by the number of people who've had it, unless they made the fortunes and upped it.
Has it been through a lot of hands?
Ooh, I can't even remember. Let's see, it started with an old couple called Benjamin, and then Elsie Lappin had it for a while. She had it for quite a while. And then Florrie Lindley, and then my memory begins to go easy. Let's see, oh, Hilda's daughter and her son-in-law, then Betty's sister, and then that Welsh family, I can't... Hilda, what was the name of that Sergeant Major type that had the corner shop? You know, the one with the gawpy daughter.
Oh, you mean what had a crush on your Dennis?
Ah, she must have been gawpy and all.
Yeah, now, hang on a minute. I'm very good at names. Petty, Lionel Petty.
That's it, Lionel Petty and Sandra.
All that lot?
Yeah, all that lot. And as far as I can see, none of them are driving Rolls Royces.
I think I'll stick to working for me living.
Ah, you want to get married. That's the quick way to an easy life. This fella you're going out with tonight, you want to concentrate on him. You played your cards right and you'll be an Easter bride.
Brian, he ain't got two halfpennies to rub together. I'm not saying I don't like him.
No, I noticed that. I mean, you've done now but talk about him all week.
Yeah, well, he's nice, but he's not well off.
Well, them are the types that look after you. I mean, you don't want to go in for them flashy dresser types. I mean, you marry one of them and you'll know why they're flashy dressers. Because they stay all day at home pressing the pants while you go out to work earning a living, so be warned.
You know how you get these feelings? Well, I get the feeling that 1979 is going to be our year. Oh, I don't mean we're going to come up on the pools or out like that. I'd like to, man, but I'm not banking on it. I think it's wrong to bank on it.
Only mugs bank on it.
Yeah, you're getting out for out in this world. I've always said that. But when you look around and see how much some folk have got, you know.
Well, you've got to keep asking yourself, Hilda. I mean, are all these millionaires happy?
What do you think?
Pigs in muck, I wouldn't wonder. Yeah. Wouldn't you be?
I would that. Oh, I wonder what it'd be like to have money.
You'll never know, Chuck.
Now you...
Stop kidding yourself, Hilda. You'll never know.
Ah, well, I suppose you're right. Go on, give us another light bottle. Yeah, and have one yourself.
Go on, I'll get it.
No, you're all right.
I'll get it, Hilda. When it comes to resolutions, I only make one, you know. On New Year's Day, Fred gets the drinks. Rest of the year, you get them.
Oh, you'll be lucky.
Hey, steady on, Hilda. If Fred's buying you a drink, it can only mean one thing. He's after your feminine favours.
He can have them.
I'll tell your Stan.
You can tell him he wouldn't know what you were talking about.
Stop taking my name in vain, I heard you.
Ah, well, it's better to be talked about than ignored, isn't it, Elsie?
Eh?
I say it's better to be talked about than ignored.
Oh, I wouldn't know about that, Hilda.
Oh, did you hear that? Best joke of the year, and it's only New Year's Day.
Give us some drinks before the fight starts, will you, Fred? Half a bitter for me, and did you say you were having one?
Well, I suppose the victor should claim her spoils. I'll have a dry martini, please. I don't really drink.
Oh, don't let me put you into even ways.
Oh, no, it's all right. I'll have a dry martini.
And a dry martini.
Did you beat him?
I finished up on double bottoms.
Double three, we call it. I gave it 100 stars out of 301.
How'd you flipping think you did, or no?
Can I have a packet of vinegar crisp, please, Betty, and a bottle of orange? Not the fizzy stuff, or else she'll be burping all day.
Hey, you look mad to death, lovey.
I'm not surprised. I'm driving myself potty trying to work out my social security entitlement.
You get down there, see that Mr. Hardesty. Tell him your life story, he'll tell you exactly what you can get.
He sits next to the fella that works out the claims for the income tax, you know.
Oh, do they have one of them?
That'll be the day.
Oh, you needn't to bother, really.
There's no trouble, no trouble. Now, what were you saying? You don't quite know where you stand with your husband at the moment.
Well, if what you say's right.
Yes, well, I think I made it all quite plain that it's all above board. You want to learn to read and write. I want to teach you, and that I thought he was wrong to stand in your way.
And you took it all right?
Perfectly, as far as I could see.
Oh, great.
Look, if you'd rather not...
No, listen, I want to carry on, really. It'd be silly to stop now, wouldn't it?
Well, I think so, yes. Right, well, shall we make another date?
But tonight's fine with me.
Well, it is New Year's Day.
It doesn't make much difference as far as I'm concerned.
No, nor me, really. All right, tonight then. 6 o'clock?
Yeah, fine.
Stay and finish your tea.
Ah, thanks. Is that all?
Well, I'm not an expert, love, but, I mean, they'll tell you better down at Social Security, you know. But when Betty said you were in trouble, like, anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm right.
£24.70 a week?
Yeah, well, there's, no, £15.55 for you. There's £3.40 for Tracy, £5 toward your mortgage, and 75 pence toward rates. That's £24.70.
How am I supposed to live on that?
I'm sorry, love.
Oh, you should just see some of these. Honest, I could do better myself. And what's a picture of the Sahara Desert got to do with Christmas?
You shouldn't take them down the 12th night, you know. You'll have bad luck.
What's new about that? I've had bad luck these last 35 years.
We've been married 35 years.
Hey, Stan, you're quick on the uptake. And look at that. I mean, what would you call that when it's at home?
They're all the go, them, you know.
Are they? Well, it's got somewhat, I suppose. You can look at it, at least. Puzzle yourself to death worrying about what it's about, but you can look at it. And that's what counts, you know. At least so them as know say.
How would you know?
Well, I went to them art classes, didn't I, over at the centre. Teacher said I had talent. I might have another go at it one of these days.
Oh, well, that skirting board needs painting. Well, it's all part and parcel of the same thing, isn't it? You can paint one thing, you can paint another. Can't you? Any more tea?
Sit yourself down.
No, it's all right, Len. I can't stop long. Emily's just popped round to say hello to Tracy, so I just took the chance to come and see you.
I'm glad you did. Is there anything I can do for you?
Yeah, well, I hope so. You know that job you offered me? You know, coming back part-time. Is it still going? I wouldn't bother, only I've just had a bit of a shock. Alf's just been helping me work out my social security entitlements, and it's knocked me a bit sideways.
Yeah, well, of course it's still going. But it'd only be part-time. And I would want you in the office. More like your old job than doing the bit of typing like you're doing now at home.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It'd be a big help. I mean, I know I'd have to get a baby minder, but honestly, that's the least of my worries.
Well, what shall we say then? You'll let me know when you can start, eh?
Great. Thanks.
No, I won't if you don't mind. I want to get my hair washed before Elsie wakes up. She'll beat me to the bathroom. No, you know that scent you got for Christmas? The new one?
Yeah, what about it?
You don't happen to know where I can get it round here, do you?
Well, I could hazard a few guesses, but not on New Year's Day.
No, it's awkward, isn't it?
You weren't fancying a squirt by any chance, were you?
Well,
Yeah, stop where you are. Hiya, that the one?
Oh, yeah, Ta. Is it all right if I bring it back after?
Yeah, of course it is.
I wouldn't ask, but I've got this date tonight.
Oh, is it that chap you met at the party, Brian?
Yeah, we're going to the Roxy. You don't happen to know what's on, do you?
No, I don't, love. Anyway, if you're lucky, you probably won't see much of the film.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I like to know in case folk ask.
Hey, by the way, how's Susie? Have you heard anything more?
No, not since I saw you last. She'll be all right.
Oh, it's not her I'm thinking about. It's London I'm worrying about. I mean, it's the only one we've got, isn't it?
You better get in before you catch cold. I'll pop this back.
Yeah, no worry.
See ya.
See ya. Oh, Rita, the very woman. I was just coming to see you.
Oh, you still can if you fancy a cup of tea.
No, it's all right. I'll stop in. I've just put her down for a nap. No, what it was about is, have you got any cards in your window for baby minders?
Do you mean offering or wanting?
Offering. I want one.
Ooh, now what's she called? She hasn't got a card in window, but I know she does it. Burley. Mrs. Burley, Chapel Walk. I believe she's very reliable. I don't know what number, but anybody will tell you.
Oh, great. I'll try her then. Hey, you know what it's for, don't you?
No.
And Len told you. Oh, well, he's offered me my old job back at the yard, so wish me luck. As soon as I can get somebody to look after her, I can start.
Oh, yeah. Great.
See ya.
Aye. I could murder a cup of tea.
We've all got something we could murder.
He should have walked it.
Oh, wanted to attack me, wasn't the game?
Yeah, well, he should have tried a couple of up and unders, you know.
Right. Is tea ready?
Hello, Hilda. I think Stanley's asking you a question.
Is tea ready? Because I've asked Eddie to come and have a grub with us, you know.
I'm very good at you now. Only if it's too much trouble.
It's too much trouble. Get some yourself if you want it. What do you think?
It's great. What is it?
Well, it's,
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Just needs a touch of blue.
Hey, get off!
Only balancing it up.
Oh, I'll balance you up if you don't keep your hands off. What do you think, Stan?
Any of that potted meat left?
Stood you up, is he? You're all right, I've been stood up and all.
It's immaterial to me whether you've been stood up or not. I happen to be waiting for a girlfriend who sometimes works late.
Do you want to go in with me?
No, thank you.
Well, if you change your mind, I'll be downstairs. Back row on right-hand side.
Sit where you like.
I hope she turns up.
About half an hour. Now try to get some more sleep. Enough is enough.
Is your uncle all right?
Well, his appetite certainly is. He's eating him out of house and home.
Well, can I make something for you?
No, that's all right. He can wait. Right, now let's sort out what I want you to do for next time. Do you have any papers delivered? I mean, now your husband's home.
No, we've never had them.
Well, I want you to get hold of one of the tabloids, either the Mirror, the Mail, or the Express, one of those. And then I want... Sounds as if somebody wants to come in. Oh, hello.
Is my wife here?
Yes, she is.
Look, Jack, how many times do you want bloody telling?
Do you mind giving your voice down? We don't want a shouting match on the doorstep. Come in.
Thought I told you not to come here.
Look, do you mind keeping your voice down? There's no need to shout.
David, his uncle's ill upstairs.
He won't be the only one either.
Well, Mr. Bellow said it was all right.
And who's he? It's your husband you listen to.
I thought I'd explained.
You know what thought did?
Look, your wife wants to learn to read and write. All I want to do is help her.
I don't want your help. I don't want your interfering. Just stay out of my affairs.
Yeah, but this is your wife's affair. She's the one who wants to learn. And I'll say this again. You have no right to stop her.
I've every right. I'm her husband. I tell her what to do and what not to do, Jack, not you or any other toughy-nosed teacher.
All she wants is the normal ability to read and write like I can, like you can, like 99%
I'm not
of
saying it again, Jack. I don't want you interfering. Get it?
All right. Obviously, you've got something against me. Well, that's fair enough. But don't hold it against your wife. You teach her. Not all that difficult. I'll lend you the books.
I don't want your books!
Show her. Show her how easy it is. Read that to her.
I don't want your bloody books! Out. I said out. Just get out.
Poor devils.
32 quid a week. You could have bought me a dishwasher in a month.
Now, will you listen? It comes off tax, your dishwasher doesn't.
You don't even need her.
Of course I need her.
No, you don't. So what is it? One set of rules for her and another for me?
Oh, don't talk stupid. She's an asset to the firm. She's a priority. You can hardly say that about your dishwasher, can you? Now, be honest.
No, you be honest. This morning it wasn't a question of priorities. You simply hadn't got the money. Now suddenly you've found it.
Look, we're not talking about some dolly bird, you know. We're talking about Deirdre. She's going through a bad time.
Don't you dare.
I only said...
I know what she's going through.
Look, I just...
Don't you dare throw that in my face. I'm talking about you and me and the way you treat me. 3:30 this afternoon she told me about that job and not a word from you, not a word.
I forgot.
You forgot nothing. You know damn well why you said nought. You simply didn't want me to have that dishwasher, so you said first thing that come into your head. Well, you can think again. You can go and see that girl and tell her that there's no job.
How can I tell her that?
You tell her, Len. And don't think for 1 minute I don't mean it. You give her that job, and you can have her in the yard, you can have her anywhere you like, because I won't be there to worry about it.
Morning. Hello. Nippy, isn't it? Freezing, yeah. Yeah.
Hello.
Surprised to see me?
Well, yes, I am, rather. And you're an early bird.
Yeah, I don't know why they bother either.
Oh, well, better come in. Well, I suppose you can say it's seasonal.
Oh, I wish there was sometimes.
Yeah, particularly last summer. Go on over by the fire, it's warmer there. Oh, for central heating, eh?
We've got central heating gas, but I can only afford to put it on at night.
Yes, well, that's the problem with progress, isn't it? It costs money. Right, well, what can I do for you at this early hour?
Yeah, well, listen, it's about last night. You know Davy coming round here causing all that fuss.
Oh, he did that all right, didn't he? Very definitely.
Yeah, but you went on a bit yourself, you know.
Yes, I tend to when I get provoked and lose my temper.
Well, listen, what I wanted to know was, has it put the markers on it?
Pardon?
Oh, no, it's on the lessons. Do you want me to stop coming?
Well, your husband seems to think you should stop coming.
Yeah, he was ranting on this morning.
And if the Lord and Master thinks that...
Dave? My Lord and Master? Do me a favour. Nobody's my Lord and Master, and definitely not Dave.
Yes, but he could cause trouble, though, couldn't he? And he looked to be pretty good at that.
Oh, I thought as much.
Beg pardon?
He's put you off, hasn't he?
No, I didn't say that, Karen. I'm just assessing the situation as I see it.
Yeah, he's put you off.
No, I didn't say that. But I just think that we should think about it.
I'll not forget him, never.
Now, Karen.
I won't. And just as I was getting started going somewhere. Do you know, I can even read the ads on telly now. Last night, it was about holidays all over the place. And I could read the names of nearly all the countries. Spain, Italy. Oh, there was lots. And there was another about why this soap powder was the best for your washing machine. And I could read nearly all the reasons they give. Mind you, I won't be going on holiday. And I haven't got a washing machine.
The perils of learning to read in a consumer society.
Perils, me foot, it's lovely. I don't feel half daft anymore. Half a person. Do you know, I knew this girl once. She was deaf and she started to hear. Well, she was dead scared at first because she thought that people's voices were funny noises in her head. Well, I'm scared when I see somebody reading something. Well, it might just as well be.
Hieroglyphics?
Yeah, whatever them are. Especially if it makes them laugh. Especially them. Do you realise I've never been able to read all them dirty poems and jokes in the lathers?
What deprivation.
So you see that if you do give up with me now, it'll be like giving a kid a lick of a lollipop and throwing it away in the dustbin, won't it?
Who's giving up with you?
Oh, honest?
Honest.
Oh, that's great. He makes a lot of noise, does Dave. Just likes the sound of his own voice.
Well, I think I can survive that.
But if he does happen to thump you, you'll come and tell me.
So you can bind my wounds.
You never know your luck, do you?
If he does that one more time, I'll...
Is Mr. Tatlock still in?
Yes, he is. I seem to do nothing but fetch and carry for him. Look at this room. I haven't had time to tidy out since breakfast.
Oh, listen, I'll tell you what. You go and see to him and I'll wash up for you.
You'll do no such thing.
First what, for a lesson this afternoon?
Done. Right, well, I better go and see what he wants.
You'd better before he brings that ceiling down.
I'm coming.
I know you think I'm nagging. I know I'm nagging. But you haven't come up yet with one convincing reason why you should take Deirdre back in that office. Have you? Have you?
I've told you 100 times I need somebody there. I need somebody there to answer the phone. I need somebody there if somebody calls. I need somebody there to handle all this flaming paperwork. In other words, I need Deirdre.
Rubbish. All rubbish.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
You could have your phone calls put through to cabin. You could put a little notice onto the yard gate, all inquiries at the cabin. And you could get your finger out and do paperwork yourself. And look at time now. It's after 9 o'clock. You could have done an hour of that this morning.
I am late this morning because of you whinging in my ear all night long.
I'm only trying to save your money, love.
So you keep telling me.
You can't afford Deirdre.
So you keep saying.
It's economic nonsense to have her.
It's bloody nonsense not to have her.
Well, all right. I'll do paperwork.
Yeah, for how long? I know the song and dance you kick up when you've got to do all those papers at the office.
Do you know what I think?
You're going to tell me, aren't you?
I think you're just too soft-hearted.
You do?
Yes, I do. You promised Deirdre that job back when you were feeling sorry for her, for positions you were in. Like I was. Like everybody was. No need to deny that, love. It's very commendable. And now you haven't the heart to go back on your word. Even if it means bankrupting yourself. Not to mention me, which is even more commendable. Just goes to show what a big roly-poly of a fella you really are.
Less of the roly-poly.
Sorry. So, to keep your word to a poor girl down on her luck, but not deserted by the state, well, you'd put your business at risk, your future, your marriage even.
Now, that's exaggerating. You're exaggerating.
Am
now.
I? Aren't I right? If you could go and face Deirdre and tell her the job's not on anymore, with you working on your own, if your heart wasn't made of marrowbone jelly, wouldn't you do that? Be honest.
All right, but how am I going to tell her?
You don't have to, love. I'll tell her.
Come in and sit down, Alf.
Yeah, well, I can't stop long, though.
Oh, I should think not. What would Rini say if she knew you were spending an hour or two in a nearly divorced woman's house?
Oh, she's not like that, isn't Rini?
Oh, she doesn't mind you spending your time with divorced women, then?
Well, I don't know, really. I mean, I've never actually put it to the test.
I shouldn't. Anyway, what have you found out from her?
Ah, now, they told me down at Social Security. Well, actually, it was the manager told me.
Oh, there's nothing like going to the top, eh?
Oh, I knew Jack Barnes when he had note. His mother took washing him for years, you know. What were I saying?
Not much as yet.
Oh, no. Now, according to Jack, they can get in touch with Ray in Holland, if you like, and they can let him know about his responsibilities. I mean, you know, you and Tracy, and send him money and that.
Ah, look, Alf, I think it's just while he's getting on his feet. I mean, he must have a lot of expenses over there.
So have you, love. So have you. Especially with her.
Yeah. Anyway, what if he doesn't respond?
Ah, well, then he can get nasty.
How do you mean, nasty?
Well, according to the rules of the common market, they have what they call a reciprocal agreement with all the other countries. Now, that, it covers all sorts of things. One of the things it covers is maintenance. You know, making sure the husband sends money to the wife, no matter where she's living.
Well, how can they do that if he's in Holland?
Take him to court.
What, in Holland?
So Jack says.
Oh, I don't know about that, Alf. I mean, going to court and over there. I mean, they might be not as easy going as we are over here. Well, they're not, are they? I mean, poor Ray might finish up on Devil's Island or something.
Well, it's up to you, love. I mean, I can't do anything without your say-so. But if you want my advice, he is liable and you are entitled. There shouldn't be any argument.
I'll have a think about it. Anyway, I should be much better off when I start back at the yard.
Oh, you definitely got your job back then?
Oh, yeah. And I've all but fixed up a babysitter for Miss World here.
Hey, I love it. Tap. What to do with Madam, I shouldn't ask? Oh, we've got personal problems, haven't we, Chuck? Young love, you know.
Not unrequited.
Oh, very.
Oh, it's painful as that.
It's agony.
It's not funny,
I
Elsie.
know it isn't, love. I've been through it all myself. You know, would you believe it? I was once stood up in Macclesfield, of all places. I went all the way on the train to see this sailor. And when I got there, did he turn up? Did he, Eckers, like? And I'm stood out in the main street in Macclesfield, looking like an out-of-work tart. Would have killed him if I'd have laid hands on him. I'd still kill him if I could find him.
Yeah, well, I'll kill Brian, that's for sure. He could have at least phoned me or something. 30 minutes I was waiting outside that cinema at least.
Well, that's where you made your big mistake, you see.
Oh.
Well, never wait longer than 5 minutes. 5 minutes isn't enough excuse for anyone. Time, say, if they've cut themselves, shaving, if they've got caught short, or they've lost their underpants, anything like that. Longer than 5 minutes, it's sheer carelessness, and they ought to be taught a lesson, so you should op it.
Yeah, well, I will in future. Still.
What?
I had 1 or 2 adventures while I was there. Like I nearly got picked up.
Aha! You're laughing already. And I nearly took all the sharp knives out to work with me this morning, didn't I?
Hey up, she's here.
Oi, where do you think you're going?
Well, home, where do you think I'm going?
Oh, what you reckon you've done your fair whack this morning then, do you?
Well, I might have cut 1 or 2 corners, like.
Cut corners? You haven't done kludges yet.
And there's not a table wiped.
Nor a bar towel washed.
Nor a speck of dust disturbed in that living room.
Oh, well, I come late, didn't I?
You should stop late then.
Now, look, you two. Man doesn't live by sliced bread alone, you know.
Eh?
Well, there's also something called food for the mind. And that's just as important as working for a living if you want to be a round human being. And that's exactly what I intend to be from now on. A round human being. It's my New Year resolution. Ta-ra. Oh, and if you're that interested in cleanliness, Mrs. Turpin, there's a stack of lovely clean dusters in the cistern cupboard.
Do you chicken?
Now then, Mrs. T, no swearing in my hearing. It'll bring on me behavioural problems. I'll be in the hands of the child psychiatrist again.
She'll be in the hands of the undertaker before she's much older.
Yes, lovey.
What's it they're on about, do you know?
Mrs. O's mind is a mystery to me sometimes, Fred. And experience has taught me that when it is a mystery, not to ask for enlightenment, because that only gets more confusing. Do you understand?
No.
Well, never mind, it's not a new experience. Oh, hello, Squire. I was just about to buy a round, and then I remembered how jealous you were of your reputation of generosity.
A glass of bitter, please, Fred, and whatever he's having.
Don't let him con you, Ken. I can have him out that door right sharp. It's just you put a complaint in, that's all.
He's local colour, Fred.
Oh, that's what you call him, is it?
Not one of my favourite characters, Frederick. Even though he is, well, even though I'm exceedingly genial to him.
Have you got a job yet?
No. No, I'm just having to learn to get by on my limited resources.
And succeeding brilliantly.
Cheers, Ken.
Yeah.
Where's my dinner? I said, where's my dinner?
Oh, look, just hang on a minute, can't you? It's hard enough, this, without you bawling at me.
What's that supposed to be?
It's supposed to be the Muriel.
Not like it.
Of course it is.
It's not like it, I tell you.
Well, it's not supposed to be exactly like it.
What's the point of doing it, then?
The point is, Stanley, it's an hobby. It's my New Year resolution. Something a bit different to cooking chips for your chip butties and ironing your outside shirt laps. Any road, I've got a natural gift for painting.
Aye, so you say.
Oh, not me, Stan. That art teacher over at the centre. He said I had a very eloquent style.
Oh, I could have told you that. And anybody in the street.
Now, don't be bitter, Stan. You can't afford to be bitter, you know. Not with all your other drawbacks.
It's years since you went to that art school.
Yeah, well, a gift like that doesn't just disappear. You're born with it, and it stops with you till the day you die.
I'll tell you something.
What?
I reckon more to that than what you're doing.
Oh, well, that was just an accident.
That's obvious, isn't it?
Where are you going?
Rovers, get a pie. I can eat that. I can't eat your paintings, can I? Unless you start doing what they call it, still life, a bowl of fruit, you know.
You could do with an hobby.
I've got one.
Yeah, boozing.
Looking after you.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Dixon. That's great. Yeah, next week I should think. I mean, I'll let you know, although I'm almost positive you can take it as read. Thank you, Mrs. Dixon. Yeah, okay then. I'll ring you Friday. Bye-bye. Well, guess what? Fixed myself up with a babysitter, Mrs. Dixon in Cleveland's Avenue. She's registered as well, you know, fully qualified, so I've no worries there, have I? And I know her as well. Isn't that great? I'll tell Lucky.
Deirdre.
She's got kids of her own and all three, I think, so she'll know which is right way up, won't she? So I can leave Tracy with her with a clear conscience. You see, that was the only thing that was worrying me. Would Tracy
Len's
be
changed
all right?
his mind.
You what?
I said Len's changed his mind. There's no job for you at yard.
I'm here.
What's wrong? It's Uncle Albert. He's asleep and I don't want to waken him.
Oh.
I never knew how marvellous silence could be.
I know what you mean. Living on a council estate.
Right, so if you don't mind, we'll keep it like this as long as possible.
Right. Hey, it's dead exciting, isn't it?
Hmm?
You know, like little kids getting up to something naughty.
And all this time he's been like between the devil and the deep blue sea. Knowing that he couldn't afford you and yet not wanting to let you down. Especially being a mate. Well, you know that, don't you? He is sorry. And so am I. I only wish he could help you. Well, you know that.
Do I?
Pardon? I mean, if he hears of anything, another similar type of job, I know he'd break all records to let you know. I know it's a disappointment for you. It must be. It's not the end of the world, though, is it?
No, it's not the end of the
course it
world. I mean,
isn't.
that'd be daft, wouldn't it, thinking it was the end of the world? I mean, what are my little problems? What importance are they of, eh?
We've all got problems, Deirdre.
Yeah, I know that, Rita. I know that better than most people. My marriage kaput, a kiddie to support, and an husband who's unable or unwilling to support me.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah. Alf reckons we can get him clapped in jail. It's possible. Long arm of the common market.
Well, I am sorry.
But how sorry? Does it make any difference about the job? Of course it doesn't.
He can't afford you, Deirdre. Honest. If he could...
And you'd let him?
Eh?
Nothing.
I meant what I said. If we hear of anything, we'll let you know.
Thanks.
And if you're short of money or anything, you've only to ask.
Yeah.
Ta-ra.
It's always been the same, Harold, you know. Changeable, like the weather.
Ah, it gives life a modicum of interest, doesn't it, Stan? I mean, better than being married to a sack of spuds.
I mean, take this morning, for instance. At breakfast time, she was a housewife with a part-time job chowering. Dinner time, a flaming female Picasso.
Now, how many husbands can say that about their trouble and strife? In fact, that's all they say. 24 hours a day, trouble and flaming strife.
I wish Harold they were.
Now, you don't, Stan, don't say that. You thrive on her quick changes of mood and direction and that. Not to mention her mystery.
What mystery?
Well, it's a mystery to me when she ever takes them careless out to get them oiled or rebored. I mean, I've never seen her do it.
I don't think I have.
Well, there are, you see. There is some mystery. When does your Hilda take her careless out to get them rebored?
I should have married a quieter woman. One that was satisfied with things that they are, didn't like change.
Oh, impossible, that, Stan.
What is?
A woman that's satisfied with the way things are, she doesn't exist. And especially not living with you, because the way things are with you are pretty diabolical. They are. I mean, blokes like you are nearly extinct, you know that.
Thanks very much.
Oh, don't mention it. Any time you want to know the truth, you know where to come.
cabin closed?
It's Wednesday, isn't it? Half day.
All right.
I've done you a bit of liver and bacon, all right?
Yeah, fine.
Sit yourself down.
Down. What's that for?
Nothing.
Did you see Deirdre?
I did.
And
And what?
what was their reaction?
She understood.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Right, now try blind.
Blind. Oh, yeah, blind. Without sight,
Right.
dark, closed.
Oh, I can't catch you out, can I?
Yeah, but there's still only little words.
Yeah, well, like I said, patience.
Blind. That's what I've been in a way. All these years. Hey, listen, if I had the reading age of 7 when I started, what am I now? I mean, what's my reading age now?
Oh, 8?
Oh, pig.
No, you're making great strides, really. One every day.
Do you know, there's no reason, really, why I shouldn't... Oh, I'm talking daft, sure.
Why you shouldn't what?
Nothing. I was just thinking daft. Letting me imagination run in front of me clogs, as my grandma used to say.
Oh, didn't your grandma approve of that?
Didn't approve of anything, my grandma. Especially me granddad.
Why shouldn't you do what?
Well, do shorthand and typing. You know, eventually.
No reason at all.
Hey, can you imagine that? Me as secretary. That was carrying years, that. Sitting on the boss's knee, all that.
Well, it's up to you.
Well, if it is, I'm going to be there, no danger. Thanks to you.
Yeah, well, you better come along and do my letters then, in an honorary capacity, of course.
Like a shot.
Uh-oh, he's surfaced.
He lets you know, too, doesn't he? Well, thanks again, teacher. You know, I should really bring you an apple.
You just keep bringing me your enthusiasm.
And to hell with Dave.
Oh, what was that for?
I just felt like it. Letting me imagination run in front of me clogs again.
Flaming thing.
What's up, Mrs. O? Having a creative block, are you?
Can't get it right, can I?
Well, it's a bit hard to see now, isn't it?
Maybe Stan's right, you know. Maybe my talent has withered and died. We're never using it, like.
Don't give up after the first failure. I mean, Rembrandt, when he painted the Sistine Chapel, he had half a dozen goals before he got it right.
Yeah. And they're still painting the Forth Bridge, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose they are.
Still, it's not a pleasure when it's hard to do, is it? Should be easy, you know, like squeezing out toothpaste. Oh, I don't know. Every time I try and make my life more interesting, it never works. You're what you're born to, I suppose. In my case, it's drudgery. Like you're looking after that human flaming dustbin there.
I haven't had a proper dinner, have I?
You'd say that if I put half a cow on your plate.
Have you tried painting more like this, Mrs. O? I mean, more your primitive style, like.
Oh, well, that were mainly an accident.
Yeah, I know, but I've seen them in the shops, in Manchester and that. They fetch hundreds of pounds, you know. They do. Hundreds of pounds.
You know, you're right. It has got a certain something.
Sort of, dramatico.
Just the word I were looking for.
that's you.
No, it's me.
And who's that?
Told you. Me. Only me, Grandad.
Who the hell are you?
You live here?
Yeah, this is my house. And I want to know what you're doing here, otherwise I'll go to the police.
Oh, you're not doing that.
Look, if you won't answer me...
Mr. Barlow knows who I am.
That doesn't give you any right to come in here.
Yes, it does. Yes, it bloody does.
That's enough of that. Come on, out! Out!
Now, look, Grandad. I've got nought against you, so just sit down, eh? And shut up.
Nobody tells me
well,
to
I'm
shut up.
telling you, so don't be a stupid old man.
Don't talk to me like
that.
that.
No, don't be stupid, eh? I'm not interested in you, and I've not come to nick out, all right? I'm waiting for that bastard Barlow. And I'm waiting if I've got to wait all night, so you can just keep me company.
I'm going to be far enough, you...
Well, you're not, so sit still or I'll thump you.
Look what I've got for you.
Oh, look, I've no time for your nonsense now. I've got to get Stan's tea. Been held up with everything today.
There, look.
Oh, where did that come from?
Nice, isn't it?
Oh, it is, yeah. It's very posh, isn't it?
Your picture looks smashing in that.
Where'd you get it?
You've not been in Monkey's back room, have you?
Not had that pleasure, no.
Well, you've heard of Aladdin's cave? Well, I think Monkey went to the fire sale.
Hey, is it all right?
Oh, yeah, it just needs a bit of varnish here and there. Yeah?
No, I mean, is it all right? Does he know you've nicked it?
I haven't nicked it. Monkey's a mate, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't want him coming round here.
All right, I'll take it back. I was only thinking about your picture.
Well, it's hardly worth putting it in a good frame like that.
Of course it is. It's dead good for modern art. Go on, fetch it.
Ah, what a shame. It's just a bit too small.
No. The picture's just a bit too big, that's all.
Well, whichever way it won't go.
No, well, we'll cut a bit off. There's only an inch in it. We'll saw a bit off.
Oh, yeah, well, you could, I suppose. If you had a saw.
Hasn't Stan got a saw?
Stan, only saw he's got's on his elbow from leaning it on the bar in the Rovers.
I know. Good sharp bread knife.
Here, you're not cutting no hardboard with me bread knife. What do you think of that, Stan?
What?
Lovely frame.
There's nothing wrong with a frame.
Ooh.
Stan, have you got a saw?
If you want a saw, get down Faircoats. He'll lend you one. I want me tea.
All right, I'll go down there. Listen there. What do you reckon? Take a bit off there or off there?
Oh, off there, definitely.
Do you know, you've got the eye.
Get it off the table. It's a load of rubbish. I want me flipping tea.
Do you know, I married the wrong fella. I'm not but a slave to his digestion.
That thing will put a dog of its bone. Well, come on, let's be having you.
Kenneth, do you know anything about the universe?
The universe?
Well, last night I was looking through my bedroom window at the stars, the way one does, and suddenly I had this feeling of how insignificant we are.
Yes, I think I know the...
And then, when I was going to sleep, I had this, I don't know if it's a dream or more of a feeling, but suddenly I was out there in space.
Really?
I was out there, and I had this sense of the vastness of creation. But do you know, it was not frightening.
Sounds like a spiritual experience, Mrs.
Yeah,
Walker.
I'd go so far as to say it was, Ken. And I had the feeling that if something like that happened to one, at, say, a certain period, the whole course of one's life could be changed. Have you ever had an experience like that?
No, I can't say I have. I'm still waiting for my moment of revelation.
It's mystical, I suppose. I suppose great poets and great composers and so forth, I suppose they have these feelings. And the rest of us, well, we just catch glimpses.
Or don't.
Or don't. I suppose some people never do.
Miles off, Mrs. Walker.
Then attend to it, Bet.
Well, that's Fred's job.
And Fred isn't here.
Right, well, I'll be off there, Mr. Walker.
Oh, Ken, I wonder, could you give Bess a hand? She knows what to do, but it's just that the kegs want shifting.
Well, yeah, okay. Only I've got to get back to see Uncle Albert.
It's very good of you. And when you've done, there'll be a very palatable glass of sherry waiting for you.
And he's not too bright, you know.
He's very chirpy this afternoon.
You've been round?
I took him some oranges to find fault with, and he did. He'll soon be quite himself again. I insist on that sherry.
When's he coming, then? I'm asking you.
Well, it's no good asking me because I don't know. Comes and goes as he pleases.
Like a fancy man, eh? I say, like a fancy man.
You're daft, that's what you are, daft.
Don't call me daft.
Look, I'm not frightened of you.
Well, just watch what I'm going to do to Barlow. It might change your mind.
You think he's paying attention to your wife, don't you? When you're daft.
Not that daft. What do they do, eh? Sit round reading books. The cat sat on the mat. Cat's not the only one gets on the bloody mat, eh? I'm right, Anna.
How you actors like? You're daft.
Don't say that again!
Oh, dearie, dearie me. Oh, dear, oh, dear.
What?
It's all the woes of the world, innit, Chuck?
I've got enough of me own.
Gail, you are too young to be miserable.
Huh?
Forget that, Brian. There's plenty more fish in the sea, you know.
Well, if they're all like him, I hope they drown.
I suppose that's why you're standing here on your own, so there's no possible chance you could bump into him like...
Oh, shut up.
Is there any chance of a jail when you got the time?
About 50-50. If you stand and wait politely, your application will be considered.
Right, well, put me down for a pint and I'll have half while I'm waiting.
You're a fool, you Yates. What's that you've got?
What's it look like?
What's it look like? Good question, that.
It's a painting, innit?
You could have fooled me.
Did you do it?
Did I do it? Me? That is Picasso, that is. Modern art.
Picasso?
Well, one of them, anyhow. Good, innit?
It's rubbish.
Rubbish? Do you know how much these go for, these Picassos?
That's never been done by Picasso.
Well, it's as good as one of his.
It might be, but it still looks like rubbish to me. What are you doing with it?
Yeah, well, I'm taking it to a fella who is an art connoisseur who's going to hang it up in his hall.
And since when have you been an art dealer?
I'm not an art dealer. I just do the fetching and carrying, don't I?
Oh, thank you very much for the sherry, Mrs. Walker.
Nice to share it with someone who appreciates it, Kenneth.
Yes, I'm sorry I couldn't stay a bit longer, but he is on his own, you know.
Ken, you're up in modern art, aren't you? I mean, you know about modern art.
Well...
It's got something, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, I think it has. It's definitely got something.
I shouldn't wonder if it's not catching.
Do you know, I think I can see what Kenneth means. It's sort of impressionistic, really, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
All I want to know is what it's supposed to be.
Obviously, Bet, it is not supposed to be anything.
Oh, well, it succeeds then.
It conveys a feeling.
Yeah, I'm coming, Chuck.
Who does it belong to, anyway?
Teddy's.
Really?
Well, it's not mine. I'm just taking it round for someone. But you do like it, don't you?
Well, shall I say, I think I can see what the artist is trying to put over. Although I couldn't put it into words, perhaps Kenneth could.
Well, if you could put everything into words, there'd be no need for paintings, would there, Mrs. Walker?
Oh, true, that is.
Right, well, I'll be, bye.
See you, Wah.
I still don't know what you're doing with it.
Well, I'm doing a bit of casual work, you see, for this fella that clears houses, you know. Well, he's got a customer that buys all his paintings, big house in Didsbury. Gives £20 a piece. He took a load. He said, if you get any more, send them down.
20 quid?
Yeah, big or small, 20 quid. Anyway, this has just come off the truck, so I'm taking it to him, you know.
I'd not give you 20 quid for it.
Well, I wouldn't myself, would I?
I don't think £20 is out of the way for a painting.
Well, no, I suppose not if you're an art lover and you know what you're talking about, but don't fall in love with it, Mrs. Walker, only I've got to take it to this bloke, you know.
£20.
Oh, no, I can't, Mrs. Walker. I can't, honest. I can't.
Hello.
Hello, Emily.
Oh!
My goodness.
Oh, it's been that kind of day.
Oh, well, I don't think anything's broken, is it?
Oh, I don't think so. Oh, these silly supermarket bags.
Yeah, well, I think we can manage this between us before Renee sees you.
Oh, yeah, it must be a judgment. Oh,
Oh, what's the matter?
keys in the handbag.
I can't, Mrs. Walker, honest, I can't.
Does it matter to this man where the £20 comes from?
Well, I've got to take it to this bloke, you see.
Who will give you £20 for it?
Well, he won't give me 20 quid.
Eddie, look, you don't see my point. All you have to do is to take back £20. It doesn't matter where it comes from, so you can save your legs and go no further, because I will buy it at that price.
Yeah, only I don't want to fall out with this fella, you see. He's good for a day's work when I need the readies, you know.
Which, of course, you declared as Social Security.
That was under the belt, that, Mrs. Walker.
Wasn't even a passing thought. £20.
Well, there's got to be something in it for muggins. 25.
No, Eddie, not 25. I don't mind making it guineas.
Done.
Uncle Albert, you all right?
Look up, Ken, there's a bloody bed buddy there.
I give you all the warnings, Barlow. This time I'm going to give you something you won't forget.
You lay one finger on me and you're in deep trouble.
That's all right, I can handle trouble. How about you, eh?
You've got no idea how to handle trouble. That's your whole problem.
Oh, you're so bloody clever, aren't you?
Yes. Yes, now why don't you try being clever?
Don't come back with me! Bastard!
He's out. Jack Dempsey couldn't have laid him out better.
How are you feeling?
I'm not bothered.
Is it bleeding?
It's nothing.
I can call a doctor if you want.
Don't talk daft.
Look, I didn't mean to hurt you.
You were just lucky, son. All right, Grandad, all right.
Look, let's get something clear, shall we? Now listen, there was nothing going on between me and your wife. There was no funny business. Is that clear? I was teaching her to read and write, and that is all.
Well, that's a load of funny business for a start.
Oh, you think so?
Who are you to say she's got to read and write?
Oh,
eh?
I don't say so.
She doesn't want to be dealing with all
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's exactly where you're wrong. The whole point is she does. It's you who doesn't want it.
Well, I like her the way she is.
Why? You frightened if she learns too much she'll become too good for you?
You're so bloody clever, aren't you? Well, there'll be another time.
Oh, yeah, you're going to beat me up, are you?
Don't you worry, son, there'll be another time.
Look, why don't you do something useful with your energies? Like learn to read and write.
Are you talking daft?
No, I'm not.
I can read and write.
Yeah, but not much better than she can. You don't write your own letters.
How do you make that out?
Look, I don't want to have an argument with you. If you want one, I can go around in circles again. But I'll tell you this. The letters to her you did not write yourself. She showed me one. The one you wrote from Risley, remember? Where you said you were going to sort me out? Well, you got somebody to write that for you.
Oh, did I?
Yes, and it was somebody who was a lot older than you as well.
Bloody Sherlock Holmes.
No, it's not all that clever. The writing was very neat. It was almost copperplate, the way they used to teach it in school, but long before your time. If that was your writing, I'm a Dutchman.
All right, clever Dick.
Look, if you go into prison, you're going to have the time and the opportunity to do something about it. Then when you come out, you'll be on the same level as her. And if you don't, well, why don't you come round yourself? I'll teach you, too.
Is he going to wave that thing around all night?
Let him up.
You're going to let him go?
If he wants to go.
But he flaming well broke in here last night, assaulted me and you,
Yeah, well,
and did a lot of damage.
Well, I'm prepared to forget it this time.
That's big of you, but I'm not.
Look, Uncle Albert, don't you think he's in enough mess as it is?
By heck, he knows how to get in the more, doesn't he?
Yeah. Let him go.
Oh, you're a fool.
Okay, go on. Get out.
Did you tell her about that? About the letter?
No. Go on. Get out before I change my mind.
You know, folks like him should be locked up.
It doesn't seem to do them much good.
You done?
Have I got a surprise for you?
Oh, come on, let's see it then.
Close your eyes. Open them.
Well, where is it? Where's my picture?
Gone.
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 What do you mean gone? What have you done with it?
Close your eyes again.
I will not close my eyes again.
Go on, close them or you won't get your second surprise.
I want to know where my picture is.
Well, close your eyes. Open them. Your picture has just turned into 20 quid. Now who's a little magician?
What are you talking about?
I flogged it.
You flogged it?
But trying to nick her?
Well, seeing is believing, innit?
You've never.
Well, I don't believe it. You flogged my picture and got got 20 quid for it?
Here, a tenner each, all right? Are you chuffed?
Who to?
Oh, wait, an art lover. Fell in love with it.
Oh, come on, there's something funny about this. I don't believe you.
You believe that, don't you?
I believe it when I get my cut.
Well, I never said to flog it.
What do you mean you're cut?
Well, my share of that.
You what?
Huh?
Oh, you can get lost.
Yeah, you did nothing.
No, except say it was a load of rubbish.
So it was. But he's flogged it and I want my cut.
Oh, no, Stanley. You never made no contribution.
It was my hardboard, my paint, wasn't it?
Oh, that were coppers.
Yeah, it was the work of art that fetched the 20 quid.
And you didn't even know it was a work of art, did you? So you're not on.
Yeah, I mean, I said it was nice. She said it was nice. You said it looked like a dog's dinner.
And you're going to share that between you?
Got it in one, Stanley.
Well, you might buy me a drink or something.
Hey, I never even seen it in the frame. Did it look nice?
Oh, it was lovely. Anyway, you'll see it soon enough.
Am I going to get me a drink?
Not down the road, Stan. How about the flying horse?
Well, come on. Where is it? I mean, where will I see it? Who's got it?
I'll tell you when we get down the flying horse.
You'll tell me now.
Well, you'll see it yourself tomorrow.
Where?
Well, you'll probably see it every day of your life, actually.
Well, where?
When you're cleaning.
You are?
It's hanging on Annie Walker's parlour wall.
You flogged it to Annie Walker?
Well, she flogged it to herself, more or less.
Oh, Eddie.
Oh, flipping heck.
Just tell me one thing, Mrs. Walker. Are you going to stick it up in here in your living room?
Where do you think I should hang it, Bet?
Well, I wouldn't like to be so vulgar. I just hope you're not going to put it in here.
Don't you make a nice splash of colour?
I think it'd put them off the rail.
You know, looking at it, I think it's quite nice, really.
Between you and me, I think it is probably an investment of £20.
You're probably right, but please, will you hang it in your living room?
Well, I do think an original oil painting would be rather wasted on some of our clientele in here.
Oh, don't come in here spreading your germs. Oh, you're full of it, aren't you, love?
Sorry. Could I have just a miniature brandy, please?
That'll cure you.
Oh, I'm hoping.
Hey, and if it doesn't, it's nice, isn't it?
I put it with sugar and hot milk. It's very good.
Yeah, love. You go home, wrap up warm. Stop off work tomorrow.
Oh, I wish I could.
Is this a bad time to remind you, or is it good?
Sorry.
About a job, you said.
But you didn't come and see me.
Well, I'm seeing you now. Is it still going?
I mean, I've had people coming, but nobody really, no. I mean, there's a girl came today, the big dirty sticking plaster around her finger. Well, I mean, there's nothing nastier, is there? I mean, otherwise, quite acceptable she was, but you must be hygienic with food.
Well, I'm very hygienic.
I think, yeah, that puts lads off, you know.
Well, see me tomorrow. As far as I'm concerned, you can start as soon as you like.
Honest? I'll be there.
Oh, wish I could say that with the same feeling of certainty. The way I feel now. I'll go put myself away.
Good night, love. You get to bed with a nice hot water bottle, cock.
Yeah, night. Well, there you are.
One problem solved, kid. And don't look now, but your little prayers have been answered. Here's Dreamboat.
Hi, Gail. 2 pints, please.
Seen as you asked so politely.
Great party, wasn't it? Really had a great time. What I can remember of it like. Are you with somebody or can I get you a drink?
Why don't you just get knotted instead?
What to do?
It's all right for you. You weren't sat here waiting.
Yeah, but I'm the one he was waiting for.
That by a flaming madman.
No, not a madman. He just doesn't know any other way to deal with things.
He wants locking up.
Yeah, well, he probably will be soon.
Why, you're pressing charges?
No, but he's on bail as it is.
But he broke in here, determined to commit an assault.
Yeah, I know.
Tell you he broke in.
No, he didn't, as a matter of fact.
I tell you he did.
No, he didn't. He made an illegal entry, but he didn't break anything to do it.
No, he did enough damage once he got in.
Well, what? One vase.
And he broke this and all. Knocked the top off and you can't
Yeah,
mend it.
well, he didn't manage to knock the top off this, did he? Much to my amazement.
Well, if he had done, would you be pressing charges?
Well, he didn't, did he?
I don't know what's worrying you. Unless, of course, you happen to fancy his wife. Do you?
You know, Uncle Albert, I think your logic has gone a bit wrong there.
If that's him again...
No, it won't be.
He's been here, hasn't he?
Oh, yes, yes, he's been here. Come in.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Don't worry about it.
I've only just got it out of him. I was dead worried.
I'm surprised he told you.
Well, he had to when he'd come home in that state. You broke one of his teeth, you know.
Well, I'm sorry, but...
Listen, I don't blame you. It's just that I am sorry.
It's not your fault.
Isn't it?
No, it isn't.
Look, he didn't want you to come in here. You knew that, but you kept on coming, didn't you?
I told her to.
And I suppose you've got to carry on any road. Well, I've just about had enough. And if you're not going to the police, I am.
Oh, listen, Mr. Tatlock, don't go to police.
Look, he broke in here and assaulted me like he did. Well, I'm not going to have that. And let's go to the police and we'll see how he likes it.
That's it, though. That's what he wants.
What is?
Listen, he doesn't care if you go to police. He doesn't. He says it'll be worth it because it'll all come out in court then.
What will?
About you and me having an affair. And all about that.
That's nonsense.
It's how he'll make it out in court.
Well, you've got nothing to worry about then, have you? Not if there's no in it.
Yes, well, it won't do any of us much good.
Look, it's me that's making the complaints and that's got nothing to do with it.
Look, Uncle Albert, you're not going to the police.
I'm going to the police whether you like it or not. And if out comes out, let it.
What are you celebrating?
By the heck. I don't have many moments of glory in my life. Me picture, you great lummox.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that. Who's got it hanging in pride of place on a living room wall, then?
And who flogged it to the silly old move for 20 smackers, then?
Now, Luke, you may have acted as the instrument of fate, Eddie Yates, but I won't have you insulting Mrs. Walker in my house.
Hey?
We might have had our ups and downs over the years, but if there's one thing she is, it's a lady. A lady of very good taste.
You're only saying that because you bought your flipping painting, aren't you?
It is all a lottery bet. Now, you may think you've missed out, but there are plenty of girls who marry at 18, have a couple of children by the time they're 20, and then begin to wonder what happened to their lives by the time they're 24. They would probably envy you your freedom.
What freedom? Freedom to go home on your own, cook your own supper and watch telly by yourself.
Not always like that.
No, it's not. And I do have some good times. I wasn't even feeling sorry for myself till you started me off.
I'm sorry, dear, but you've been rather quiet about your private life lately, and I was beginning to wonder if...
What? There was a Mr. Wonderful looming on the horizon. Oh, I wish there was. And then again, do I? I think I just talk like that. I think if the right bloke did come along, I'd run a mile. I'm getting a bit old now to change my ways for anybody.
I don't believe that. Not for one moment. And what is more, neither do you.
Morning.
Oh, well, here is the best advertisement for marriage ever yet devised.
Oh, well, thanks, Pet. That's very nice.
I mean, why you shouldn't, not why you should.
I'm not going to take offence. It's only natural to be bitter when you get to be a spinster of your age. But when it comes to me and Stan, there's things going on under the surface that you know naught about. Like in that picture there.
Eh?
Well, that's got hidden depths as well.
How very perceptive of you, Mrs. Elton.
Oh, I'm not behind the door when it comes to appreciating things, Mrs. Walker. New, is it?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I only got it yesterday.
What do you think to it, Bet?
Not a lot.
No, well, you haven't got the finer feelings for art what me and Mrs. Walker have.
Does it really appeal to you, Mrs. Ogden? I wouldn't have thought it was quite your type of thing.
Oh, it is, yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely my type of thing.
See, I would have thought you liked a more conventional type of painting, you know, vases of flowers, country cottages.
Oh, no. No, I like somewhat what stretches your imagination. You can see all sorts of things in that.
Absolutely. Do you know, it is that deliberate quality of mystery that I find so fascinating.
Yeah.
I bet you'd pay a bond for it and all. Somewhat of that quality.
Enough.
Is it by anybody famous?
Not yet. But I have the distinct feeling that is going to prove an investment. I think it's only a matter of time before the artist achieves the recognition he deserves.
Oh, it's a fella then?
Ah, well, regrettably as I have to admit it, it's a friend, well, an acquaintance of Eddie Yates. Still, art transcends all boundaries. Don't you agree?
Since you asked, Mrs. Walker, no.
Oh, well, you can't expect no different from the likes of her, can you? I mean, she's not one of us.
I thought I told you to stay in bed.
Yes, well, I got too much on my mind.
Look, Uncle Albert, I asked you to do us both a favour and forget it.
Forget it? Forget a bloke like him crashing in here last night, threatening us both.
I'm sorry you got involved, Uncle Albert, but it's my problem. I'm the one he's after.
Yes, so I'm supposed to say no.
No, but just leave it to me to sort out.
Yeah, no, you'll sort it out. Doing note, heading the flipping sand as usual.
Yes, well, in this case, that may be the only thing to do.
Meaning you're not going to the police.
Well, I don't know yet. I haven't decided.
You know, you're balmy.
Look, Uncle Albert, don't you think we've had enough trouble? Why make matters worse?
Look, I know what's wrong with you. It's Karen, isn't it? It's her you're trying to protect.
Sit down, Uncle Albert. I mean, I'm not exactly that much of a knight in shining armour. Sure, I don't want any more trouble for her, but I don't exactly want any more trouble for me either, or for you.
Oh, so you're prepared to let him go?
Well, it's not as simple as that, is it? Rightly or wrongly, Barnes thought he had a grievance, so, being the sort of bloke he is, he came round to sort me out. Now it's over.
I see. So in future, he'll go around thinking he can bash anybody that crosses him.
No, it's only because his wife was involved. I suppose, in a way, it shows that he cares for her.
How does a girl like Karen come to get tied up with a bloke like him?
Oh, who are we to say? He must have his good points, though.
Always see the other fellow's point of view, can't you?
Perhaps, yeah. Look, Uncle Albert, I'm furious about last night. It was a hell of a thing to happen, but he didn't exactly get away scot-free, did he?
No, you'll have some bumps and bruises tomorrow. Still, that doesn't mean you can get away with it. And another thing, though, I'm fed up with her coming round here with her threats.
Karen? Yeah, well, she is in the middle, isn't she? She had to come round and tell me what would happen if I took it further.
Oh, I see. That's what's stopping you. Fear of what he might say.
Yeah, it's not a question of might. He's quite capable of standing up in court as the aggrieved husband and swearing that we were having an affair.
Well, if you weren't, you've got no to worry about, have you?
How do I look? Dead crisp and efficient?
Fine.
I don't mind wearing an overall, you know. It'll save me clothes. And anything that saves washing and ironing is all right by me.
Not too happy about your hair.
What's up with it?
It's very long.
Well, I'm certainly not cutting it.
Oh, nobody's asking you to cut it, Gail. Don't be silly. Would have thought you'd have had the sense to tie it back, that's all. Long hair isn't very hygienic in a food shop.
All right, I'll get a hair ribbon this dinner time. Suit you?
Oh, Gail, I'm sorry. It's just today's... Oh, well, it doesn't matter. One shouldn't bring one's personal problems to work.
Oh, you've not got problems, have you? I do know how it is. Can I help?
Oh, it's... Well, it's the date. It's a year today since Ernest died. Still, I've no right to take my feelings out on you. Especially on your first day. I'm sorry.
I'm sure it must be awful. But you haven't to dwell on it, have you? Can I help you with these?
Oh, you're still here then?
Yes, I've got this report to finish and it's quieter here than over there. I'll be about 15 minutes.
Right, well, I won't disturb you. Have you decided yet?
What about? Oh, no.
Well, if you're going to do it, you'll have to do it soon.
Are you okay? I mean, you sure you should be down and dressed?
There's no wrong with me. Don't try and change the subject.
I'm not. Look, if Barnes does try to say there's an affair between us, all right, he can't prove it. But I'm not sure I want to get mixed up in that kind of mudslinging.
But she'll tell the truth, won't she? I mean, she'll back you up and then you'll be 2 against 1.
If she backs me up.
But she will, won't she? Unless...
Now, look, I'll say this just once, and that is all. There was never anything remotely improper between us. I was teaching her to read and write, end of story.
What are you shilly-shallying about for then?
Because I don't know that she'd back me up. I mean, he is her husband, isn't he? She's more likely to say something to protect him, especially as he's got a jail sentence hanging over him.
But she likes you. I mean, you've done a lot for her.
Yes, I know, but weigh that in the balance against your husband going away for a few years. Isn't she more likely to try to prevent that?
Even perjury?
Yes, well, it'd be very difficult to prove, wouldn't it? In any case, the damage would have been done. All right, I know I've been a fool. I was a fool to get involved in the first place. You said so, and now you've got the satisfaction of knowing you were right. Well, I'm just sick and tired of the whole business. I just want to forget it. And I certainly don't want to drag this sordid affair out for a minute longer than necessary, and certainly not in public.
Oh. So I suppose next time you'll be a bit more choosy who you take up with.
I doubt there'll be a next time.
Right. I'll put the kettle on.
I would have called in for it, dear.
No problem. I had to slip back home anyway. I'm still having my long-running battle with the gas board. I'm sure people think there's something going on with that little red van forever parked outside the door.
Haven't you finished in here yet, Mrs. Ogden?
Oh, yeah, I'm just going to start upstairs.
Come and see, dear.
Oh, no thanks, I must dash back. Gail just started today. Mr. Dawson's kindly holding the fort with her for half an hour.
Hey, what do you think of Mrs. Walker's new picture, then?
Oh, it's, a present.
Well, in a way.
It's always very difficult, isn't it, gauging other people's tastes. Personally, I'd never dare buy anyone something like,
A present from me to me. See, I don't see why I shouldn't indulge myself in the odd extravagance occasionally. Do you approve?
Oh, it's very experimental.
That's just what we thought.
Mrs. Ogden has become quite a fan.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought it was quite your taste.
Now, why do people keep saying that? I mean, how do you know what my taste is?
Well, rather more traditional.
You see, dear, I think it has a kind of basic excitement, a kind of urgency. It is obvious that the artist has terrific vitality. It conveys such an appetite for life. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes. Who is the artist?
Well,
it's not signed.
No, I shall have to have that remedied. I think he was a bit too shy to accept recognition. But I do flatter myself that I have an eye for finding talent.
Oh, she has, definitely. I mean, it's just made this room, hasn't it? I always felt it were lacking somewhat before.
Well, perhaps it is an interesting focal point, but possibly...
Yes?
Well, a slightly better frame would do it more justice.
Emily, you're right. You are absolutely right, of course.
Yeah, you know, somewhat in heavy gilt with little knobs and twiddles on. Make it look really important.
The bedrooms, Mrs. Ogden, if you don't mind.
Yeah, I'm just off. Only, I mean, you don't want to stint, do you? You know what they say about things of beauty being a joy forever?
Hey, Goldilocks.
You talking to me?
That's right. Listen, what's up with you?
With me?
We got along great at Elsie's party, and ever since then you behave like I've crawled up from under a stone.
Oh, some girls might not mind being asked out on a date and then stood up and left to get freezing cold outside the cinema for half an hour. But I'm funny that way. It's not how I get me laughs.
I don't suppose you believe me if I said I don't know anything about it.
Amnesia.
When did I make this date? At the party. Was it at the party? Oh, hell, I was drunk up my mind that night.
Look, it's naught to do with me if you get paralytic and make arrangements you've no intention of keeping. Just next time, find someone else to make a fool out of.
I'm sorry. You're the last person I want to make a fool of, Gail. I do want to see you. That's why I've been trying to talk to you. Please. I've got to get back to work now. Where can I find you later? You started at Dawson's, haven't you? It's okay if I pop in for a couple later on.
Like?
Oh, do be careful, Bert.
I'm being careful. I'm the last person to vandalize a priceless work of art. Here we are.
There's something written on the back.
Well, if it's out rude, I'm not taking it to framers.
I can't make out what it says.
Oh, I can.
Is it the artist's signature?
Well, in a way, it's a sort of message telling posterity exactly who the anonymous artist is.
What? What does it say?
Stan, have gone to bingo. Your tea is in the oven. What makes you so sure it's Mrs. Ogden? It could have been Stan or even Eddie.
Don't make it any better.
No, I suppose not. How much did this sting you for it, any road?
Not the money, it's the principle. I've been cheated, there's no other word for it. How dare she?
Well, I still say we can't be sure it were her what painted it.
Of course it was her. I've been puzzled all day by her excessive admiration for it. It's clearly her work.
Well, I suppose if you liked it enough to pay good money for it, there was clearly no trickery involved. They never claimed it were by nobody famous.
Eddie, it's definitely been cleared it was done by a friend of his.
It was.
Oh, how could I have been so stupid as to think that anything produced by that woman could have the slightest merit whatsoever?
But Mrs. Walker, you didn't know it were her what had done it. You wanted...
Well, go on.
Well, what give you a kick? We're thinking that you discovered hidden talent. Perhaps you saw more into that thing than you would have done under ordinary circumstances.
You know, Bet, sometimes you're surprisingly wise.
Thanks.
It was my pride that was to blame, nothing else. I saw myself as a patron of the arts.
It were only one picture.
Nevertheless, I'm telling you this in the strictest confidence.
Naturally.
Because today seems to be our day for exchanging confidences. I was showing off. That's not something I often do.
Never.
No. So, in a sense, I have to say, I was to blame.
Oh, well, 50-50. You're not going to let them get away with it, are you? You're going to tell them you found out, her especially.
No. I don't think so. I fancy I have the glimmerings of a rather more subtle revenge.
Hi. Nice smell in here. My man break bread you and strike. Had the same sort of smell. Can I sit here?
If you like.
You like working here?
Yeah, I do.
I suppose you get to meet lots of people in a place like this.
Fellas, you mean? Oh, yeah, loads. Especially dinner time.
Oh. Are you going out with anyone special?
No one special.
Not regular.
No.
Would you go out with me if I asked you again?
I don't know. Ask me.
How about tonight then?
What time?
Pick you up about 7.
If you like.
Are you surprised to see me?
Not really. Come in.
You knew I couldn't disappear just like that, didn't you?
It's a lousy mess.
Dave,
No, I mean having to stop, having to give up just when you were getting really...
the lessons you mean?
Yeah. You were doing fine.
I know. It's a nice way to thank you, isn't it, landing you with this lot? Have you decided what you're doing?
About the police? I'm not going.
I'm glad. Not just for Dave. Of course, I don't want him to get into more trouble than he's already in. Oh, he's a flaming fool coming round here. I don't think I haven't told him. But I don't want to make any more trouble for you either. Not on my account.
If I did go, and he'd said that we were having an affair, what would you have done? Would you have backed him up?
No. I wouldn't do that to you. You've been special. But it wouldn't have done you any good round here if he'd have started making accusations, whether we both denied them or not.
True. So that's it then?
Yeah, it looks like. Hey, listen, I don't suppose there's any way we can...
No.
This way, Mrs. Ogden.
Well, I know the flipping way. Brett says you wanted to see me.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Ogden. I was wondering, would you come in half an hour earlier tomorrow morning? I'd like to make a start on spring cleaning the walls in here.
Oh, it's a bit early to start doing the walls yet. It's only January. Bound to be a lot of mucky weather before the spring.
Nevertheless, I'd like to make a start. You see, I would have mentioned it to you earlier, but we got sidetracked on other issues.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we was talking about the picture. Hey, it's gone. Oh, Bayek, you don't waste any time, do you?
I try not to, don't I, Ben?
Never lets the grass grow, doesn't Mrs. Walker?
No, you've took it to have the new frame put on, haven't you? When's it coming back?
It isn't.
You are?
When the man saw it, he went into such raptures about it. He was so insistent, I just had to let him have it.
You gave it to him?
Oh, no, not a complete fool, Mrs. Ogden. No, I sold it to him at a very fair price indeed.
How much? I mean, what did he give you for it? More than you paid?
Mrs. Walker isn't likely to part with something she values unless she makes a good profit, Hilda. Like she's just said, she's nobody's fool.
Well, what sort of profit? I mean, well, just as a matter of interest, like. What did you make on it? A couple of quid?
Enough to buy myself this, Mrs. Ogden. I wonder, would you mind fastening the clasp for me?
Flogged it? Who to?
Does it matter who to? An art shop, as a matter of fact, for a flaming small fortune. Now, why didn't you have the sense to take it to an art shop instead of practically giving it away to the first person who asked you?
Now, steady on, Hilda. You didn't think I was giving it away when I flogged it for 20 quid, did you?
Oh, well, she's got a flaming sight more than 20 quid for it now, hasn't she? Do you know, that necklace she's bought herself out of the proceeds would have paid my grocery bills for 6 months. Or kept you pairing ale for a week or so.
You are having us on, aren't you?
Oh, yeah, can't you see? I'm laughing myself flaming silly.
There you are, dear.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
I put it in the dustbin.
Exactly where it belongs.
I only wish Hilda could have seen it.
No, love, no, it's better this way. Every time Mrs. Ogden sees this, she'll get a permanent pang of aggravation.
Did it cost a bomb?
Too many questions, Ben. Let us just say that it didn't cost nearly as much as Mrs. Ogden imagined it, so that's our little secret.
You're hard nut, Mrs. Walker.
I'm not a vindictive woman, but I will not be made a fool of by anyone.
And crafty.
No, let's just say I use my head. For example, I am quite sure that the truth of this little episode will never leak out. It'll be our little secret.
Would I breathe a word?
No, dear. But you see, you are the only living soul who knows. So, if it did become common knowledge...
And they call Maggie Thatcher the Iron Maiden. By heck, Mrs. Walker, she's got nought on you.
Thank you, dear.
Ah, there you are. I thought I might find you near. I've got a telephone message for you.
Elsie, this is Brian. I live with Elsie. She'd go daft if I called her my landlady.
We have met. We met at that party.
Oh, yeah, forgot.
I'm not the only one who forgot things after that party.
What phone call? Who from?
That mate of yours in London.
Susie? How is she? What did she say?
I haven't the faintest idea how she is. I just got this message I thought you'd like to hear. Fasten your safety belt. She's on her way home.
Hey, feast your eyes on that, eh? I mean, when you come right down to it, there's no like him, is there?
Aye, for them that can afford them.
Ah, well, there's no harm in dreaming. And there's not just fairy lights underneath that bonnet, you know. There's over 285 brake horsepower sitting there.
It's not what's under bonnet that interests me, but who's in passenger seat.
Eh? Oh, yeah.
Thanks again, it was great of you. Ta-ra.
Susie! Hey, Susie!
Take care of yourself. Don't forget to ring. Bye.
Who was that?
Oh, just someone I met in London who's coming down on business, so he said he'd give me a lift.
You should have invited him in, driving you all that way.
No, I was in a hurry, late for a meeting.
Not a bad little runabout as they go.
Hello, Steve.
Not cheap, neither.
Well, nothing worth having is it? Fetch me a case in Frisco.
Morning, Deirdre.
Oh.
It's all right, well. Well, you're looking very well, I must say.
Oh, don't sound so grudging about it. Hey, is it cold in here, or is it me?
Oh, it's just after getting out of that centrally heated jag, love. You'll soon get used to it.
You know, that was something I missed while I was away. Smart aleck remarks like that. Away and lukewarm tea. Oh, top us up, will you, Gail?
Oh, hark at it. She's been home 10 seconds and she's handing out orders already.
Start as you mean to go on.
Oh, you do mean to stop then, eh? I was wondering about that.
Oh, depends.
On what?
How things turn out, you know.
Well, as it happens, we know very little at the moment. We hear nothing from you from nearly a month, and then one phone call to say you're coming home again. I suppose a line on a postcard would have been too much, even from you.
There just wasn't time.
Oh, the inclination, you mean? I might tell you that she was worrying to death about you. She had you freezing to death on every station in England. Another weekend she'd have called out the Sally Army.
I told you before I went away, I'm capable of looking after myself.
No doubt you are. But what Gail is talking about is the common civilities to friends, like how you are and where you're staying. Where did you stay, as a matter of interest?
In a flat. In Chelsea, if you must know. Hey, is that going begging?
Chelsea? King's Road, Chelsea, you mean?
Well, as near as makes no odds. Yeah, I'm one of them big posh mansion blocks with a lift and wall-to-wall stereo. I found it in a flat share ad. And before you ask how I could afford it, I got a job.
Oh, I'm relieved to hear it.
Doing what?
Croupier, filling in for somebody on holiday.
In a nightclub?
No, in a laundrette. Of course, in a nightclub, you dim woody. A casino, to be exact.
Where did you learn about being a croupier?
Oh, as much as the next person I knew. I just used this. I picked it up as I went along. In fact, I picked it up that fast, they said I could have a job there any time. They said I had a knack for it.
Oh, yeah, I can believe that. I can.
I'm not even sure what a croupier does.
Did your mother teach you nothing useful?
A croupier, my love, is somebody who handles gaming tables in a casino.
And stops the clients from handling them, which is more to the point, I can tell you.
Oh, is this where you picked up, what's his name, the one with the jag?
Yeah, he was a regular on my table. I told him I came from round here, so he said he'd give me a lift.
Oh, just because you happened to be passing, I suppose.
That's right.
Convenient.
Wasn't it?
I'll keep you a minute.
All right, no worry.
Deirdre, I thought you were going to see your mother for a bit.
Yes, well, let's say we started to get under each other's feet, to say the least. Anyway, I had a few things to sort out round here, you know, practical things.
Yeah, I'm sure. Have you heard from,
It's all right. You can say his name. Honestly, people seem to think that when you separate, it's like the other person's died or something. You can't even mention the name.
Well...
Yeah, I know, it's not easy all round. My mum avoided talking about him to the point of oblivion. That's one of the reasons why I've come back. Do you know, if I've learnt anything from all this, it's that avoiding things don't make them go away. More's the pity.
Well, have you decided what you'll do? Have you decided yet?
It's more a question of where to start. I mean, I'll have to sell the house, get a job, find
The
some...
house? That's a bit drastic, isn't it?
Well, I can't keep up the mortgage payments on my social security, can I? I mean, they only paying the interest as it is. And how much longer are they going to go on doing that? And Ray can't or won't help, so...
Where will you go? Where will you live?
Well, it just depends on what we get from the house and what's going. Anyway, as long as it's got 4 walls and a roof, we're not bothered, are we, Chuck?
Well, she looks fighting fit. Blooming, in fact.
Yeah, isn't she, though? Do you know what? I can't figure out if she's clocked what's happening yet or not. I don't think she has. Do you know, she's not asked for Ray once. And there was a time when she couldn't bear him to leave the house, the room even.
Oh, well, if short memories haven't they, kids?
Yeah, either that or she's not letting on. Still, seems a bit hard on poor Ray, doesn't it?
Oh, well...
Yes, I know, you probably think I've been hard on him as well. In fact, I think everybody does.
It's not for me to say. I only hope you haven't been hard on yourself, Deirdre. It's not going to be easy, you know, bringing up a kid on your own. Not easy at all.
Don't fret about us. We'll manage. Anyway, love, will you do me a favour and get that made up? Only I've got to go to the estate agent, you know, see if he's got anything for me.
Hey, of course. When do you want it for?
Oh, after dinner.
Well, whenever it'll be ready for you.
Right.
Oh, and Deirdre, I'm sorry about sounding off like that. Alf calls it me doom and gloom voice. I'm sorry.
It's all right. You've not said anything to me I haven't said to myself 100 times. Anyway, it'll be a challenge. Everybody's expecting me to fall flat on my face. I'll just have to prove them wrong, won't I? Anyway, see you, love.
Yeah. Ta-da.
Ta-da.
Bye, Tracy.
I'm game if you are. Right, mate, you're on.
I hate to cast an air of despondency over this little assembly, but aren't you two forgetting something? Like the little matter of earning your daily bread.
I'll phone in and say I'm taking the afternoon off. Hell, a man is entitled to take an afternoon off once in a while and see his bookie, isn't he? Of course he is. Hey, listen, you can fix it up with... No problem there, mate. Why don't you join us? We could go on somewhere and make an afternoon do of it. I mean, if it's all right with Mike Baldwin. Well, you must have some time off, though, eh?
Listen, I used what little time off I had on that Mallorca do. And as for time off, nobody gets time off at our place except Mike Baldwin. And he says that's not time off, it's just proper perks for managerial staff.
I think it's time he gets some of those proper perks to his workers for a change.
Oh, he does. He employs us. And he thinks that's all the perks we need, you see.
Oh, come on, Betty. I mean, I'll only be away an hour. It's only the bookies round the corner.
No. How many times?
Look, I'll tell you what I'll do. Look, I'm on to a certainty in the 2:30. Look, I'll split the winnings with you 60-40. Now, I can't be fairer than that, can I?
Look, what would be fair, Fred, is for you to pull your weight just once instead of leaving me here to cope on my own.
It's only this once.
Once, he said. Who was it went gallivanting last night to a darts match?
Well, that were different. It were a final, wasn't it? Special do.
Yeah, well, the answer's still no.
Oh, look, I've got a fiver going on this, Betty, a fiver.
No. Look, if you're that desperate, you can watch it on Mrs. Walker's portable upstairs.
Oh, but that's not the same, is it?
Oh, well, take it or leave it, because that's all I'm offering, and you can take that look off your face. Look, she left me here to look after things, and I'm going to see that nothing goes wrong, if it's humanly possible. Yes, look, get out the road. Yes, love.
So, are you fit? Oh, no flipping chance. Come fight to barracks, Anna. Typical, flaming typical. Give 'em a little bit of power and it goes to their heads.
Oh, well, if you've got it, love, you may as well use it.
Or abuse it.
Hey, the snug table wants cleaning. See to it, will you?
You're enjoying this, aren't you, madam?
Every second.
So, it were out on the razzle every night then, eh?
You can say that again, kid. Mind you, it's a question of getting in with the right people. Do you know they've money to burn, these nightclub types? Penthouse flats, champagne breakfasts.
Champagne breakfast?
With orange juice. You should try it sometime. It does wonders for hangover.
Oh, no, thanks. I'll stick to me cornflakes and instant coffee, thanks very much. So, you, really fancy that type of life, then?
I've had a taste for it. I do.
But aren't they all con artists, these high-flying types? I mean, they live off their tax fiddles and other people's hard graft.
Maybe, but they have fun while they're doing it.
Yeah, but there's other ways of having fun besides splashing your money about.
For example?
Well, we're sitting here with a mate, having a drink, talking.
You mean that, don't you?
Of course I do. It's what it's all about. Friends, companionship. Gail's found that out, if you haven't.
Gail?
Yeah, with this other bloke of hers. I mean, it proves my point exactly. Take the other night, for instance. She was happy to sit in that snug talking to him all evening. Just talking. And I bet you that means more to her than all the champagne breakfasts you've had. Or likely to have.
How come I've not heard about this bloke?
Well, you don't, do you? Blab on about the things that really matter.
Right. Do I settle up with you now or later?
No, the end of the week will do.
Right.
Hey, couldn't the estate agents help you, Deirdre? I mean, if they're selling you a house, well, couldn't they help you find a flat somewhere else? I mean, they must have something on the books.
Oh, yes, they did. As a matter of fact, they offered me a flat. Yeah. The only trouble was the price they had in mind is against the one I could afford. Oh, something will turn up. Anyway, stick that card in the window and we'll see what happens. It's a start, anyway. Ta-da.
Bye.
Deirdre?
Yes, she just got back this morning.
Oh.
She's selling the house, did you know?
Selling the house?
Looking for a flat.
Ooh, she'll be lucky, won't she? I mean, landlords aren't exactly falling over themselves to take on single women with kids, are they?
No.
She got a job yet?
Social Security.
What a mess. Well, she brought it all on herself, didn't she? I mean, she had a chance to make a go of it with Ray, and what did she do? Pride. Stupid, stubborn pride.
Well, you weren't saying that a few weeks ago.
Well, it's what I'm saying now.
Oh, Rita.
Well, what would you call it?
Well, I don't know, but whatever it is, I admire her for it.
Oh, well, you would.
At least she were being honest with herself.
Meaning?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, go on, Mavis. Now you've started, you better spit it out.
Well, if you ask me...
Yes?
Well, all that about not wanting Mr. Fairclough to take her back to the yard because he couldn't afford it.
Go on.
Well, if you ask me, you didn't want her back there because you didn't like the idea of them being alone together all day.
But I didn't ask you, did I, Mavis? Did I?
I'm just saying that.
Well, don't.
Well, that's how it strikes me. I'm sorry, Rita. And I, for one, think we should be thinking of ways of helping Deirdre instead of harping on about the whys and wherefores of it all.
Gas, telephone, electricity. Only alone, Tracy, love. Hello, Rita. Little bird told me you were back. It's no secret. Same little bird told me you were selling your house. Is that right? Suppose I couldn't hope to keep that secret either, could I? Well, not with that card stuck in our window, you couldn't know. Oh, it's just what Leonard called a temporary cash flow problem. Oh, aye. Deirdre, about that job at the yard. It's just that Len had second thoughts about it. You know, the money situation and everything. Forget it, I have. Hey, I'm trying to apologise. I know. Oh, do you know, before you came in, I was just thinking about all them films going round about newly divorced and separated women and how they come to terms with their new lives by rushing off to their therapists and that. Hogwash. The only thing you've got to come to terms with is practicalities like where's next week's rent going to come from or next meal come to that. Oh, that's easily solved. Come and have it with me and Len tonight. Oh, what about Tracy? I'll bring her with you. You can easily carry the high chair over. No, I don't think so, Rita. Not tonight. Well, the offer stands. Any time. Yeah, I know, and I'm grateful. Right, well, I'd better get back. Only came to say my little piece. Before I go, I have a suggestion for what it's worth. Go on. Well, if you're short, money, you know, I could speak to Len. He's not got a lot, but I'm sure between us we could come up with something. If it's only to tide you over. Oh, I couldn't, Rita. Well, why not? It just wouldn't be right. It'd be like imposing. So impose? No, really. Thanks for the offer, but I just couldn't. Look, Deirdre, the only way you're going to get help is by coming right out and asking for it. Otherwise, people are going to think that they're imposing by offering it. Now, you think about that. See you. Ta-ra.
I don't feel a bit like work today. Look, if I was to fix it with Mike Baldwin for you to have the afternoon off to come for a drive in the country, are you game?
No chance. He'd never swallow it.
How much?
Oh, you'll lose.
I got 50 pieces, I won't.
Okay, it's your money.
Hypothetical question. Shoot. Hard-working, diligent worker, right? Right. Goes to equally hard-working, diligent boss and asks for the afternoon off. Now, they're not trying it on. They're not saying they want to go to the dentist or they've had a telegram about a sick relative. Nothing like that. They just would fancy the afternoon off. And can they have it, please, straight out, all above board, no messing. What does the boss reply?
Get stuffed.
Could be a big mistake. I mean, if the boss didn't reciprocate that kind of honesty with an equal amount of generosity, he might lose the aforementioned employee altogether.
He might. But then, on the other hand, if he did say yes, the rest of his hard-working, diligent employees might get it into their heads to try the same dodge. Then where would he be?
You're a hard man, Mike Baldwin.
I'm also nobody's fool. Good try.
Well?
I owe you 50p.
Oh, keep it. Buy some fish and chips when you come round tonight. I'll see you.
I have only cracked it, haven't I? Yeah. I know a way that you and I can watch that race both together. Just hang about, sunshine.
Hey, see a drink I had in London. Parfait Amour.
Parfait or what?
You know, I'm wasting my time with this one. He's still wet behind the ears when it comes to fine things in life. In fact, he's still in nappies.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
It's a liqueur, very sweet and rich, so now you know.
I suppose that was your staple diet, was it, in London? Along with the champagne breakfasts?
Depending on who was buying.
Yeah, looks like I am, doesn't it? One.
Parfait amour.
What's that when it's at home?
Oh, skip it. I'll have a lager and lime instead. Oh, good.
Alf?
No, not for me, no. Rita's got me dinner on. If I have any more, I won't be able to eat it. Ta-ra.
Parfait, it sounds more like a perfume instead of a drink.
Oh, she's been moving in some very elevated circles since we last saw her. Very elevated. In fact, we can count ourselves lucky she's drinking with us at all.
Hey, what are you doing with that?
What's it look like?
That is Mrs. Walker's TV.
You don't say.
Fred, you can't have it on in here, lovey.
Just watch me. Cut for this sunshine, will you, while I just put the plug in.
There we are. Dave and John all right, are they, Mrs. Green?
Thank you very much.
Good.
Bye.
Bye, love. Oh, there we are. Think you'll find it all there?
Oh, great. How much do I owe you?
£3.62, please, love. Isn't it dreadful, just for a few odds and ends?
Says depressing's more like it. There you are. Sorry, it's mostly small change.
Been raiding piggy bank, have we?
Something like that, yeah. Alf's not around, is he?
Well, he is, but he's having his dinner at the moment. Is there anything I can do?
No, it's just I wanted to ask him something.
Well, there's no trouble. I'll call him.
Well, if you could just ask him if he... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. It wasn't really on anyway. See ya.
Ta-ra, love.
I don't know, I like the look of Lucky Lady myself.
No chance. Got 3 legs, that one, and one of them's wooden.
Well, what about Big Betty, then? Fancy a few bob on that, Betty? Sounds like a winner to me.
Listen, I'll not cover for you. If Mrs. Walker finds out about this, I shan't cover for you.
Well, Mrs. Walker's not going to find out about it, is she? Not unless someone gets it in their head to tell her.
Well, Fred, what's this dead certainty on about? Which one's that, then?
Sorry, mate. Trade secret, innit?
Oh, come on, we're all friends in here.
Ah, yeah, Fred, if you know something, it's only fair you should tell the rest of us.
Flying eye number 6. Can't lose, mate.
Oh, yes, says who?
A track record for one walked it at Haydock last week.
Well, I prefer a horse that can run, something with a bit of a will to win. Oi, Ron, what's the highest odds you got on an outsider, then?
20 to 1, boss man.
Oh,
Sounds appropriate.
yeah, I might have a few bob.
What can I get you, gent?
Would we have boss love if you don't mind?
Right.
Boss. I say, 2 fellas here asking for you.
All right.
Seem to think that you're the landlord, love.
What? Oh, Alec. Surprise, surprise, eh? Just thought we'd drop by for some of them free pints you were offering last night. He's right, lad, isn't he, you know? Only been playing darts for him for nearly a year. He didn't let on till last night he had his own place. That's all.
Well, look, I'd had a few drinks, Hannah, you know.
Oh, aye, hadn't we all? Well, mine's a pint, Frank.
Yeah, same, John.
There you are, it's 2 pints, mate. What's going on here?
2:30, Wolverhampton.
Is it fire? Hey, lend your paper this second.
Yeah, sure, mate.
Now, is it?
Well, I mean, I was only joking, Betty. I didn't think they'd take it serious.
One of these days, Fred, you're going to open your mouth once too flaming often.
So you keep saying.
And I'll see the colour of your money before you hand them over. Now, come on. Thank you.
Just what the doctor ordered.
Hey, Fred, is there any chance of us be able to place our bets from here?
Oh, sorry, mate. It's not in the rule book.
Come on, now your rules, so you can break them, can't you?
We won't have time to go down to the bookie, and the flag will be up in a minute.
Yeah, come on, Fred, there's still time. Get on the blow and put us a few bets on, eh? Well, why not?
Because it's not on, that's why.
Oh, come on, Fred. I've seen you put bets through on that phone for yourself more than once.
Oh, I get it. It's one rule for you and another one for us,
All
is
right,
that
then,
it?
all right. Just this one, so that's it.
Good lad, good lad. Here, look, that's mine. Prima donna, on the nose. Aye, there's 2 ends.
Lucky Lady.
Look at them. They're just like overgrown kids, all of them.
Well, I'm surprised you take that line, Susie. Fresh out of that casino of yours. What's all this, then?
Well, the lads are having a few bets on that.
But you can't on licensed premises, Fred. It's not legal.
Oh, stop faffing, woman. We're only having a bit of a giggle out.
Oi, Fred, hang on a minute. £2 on the nose, boss man, tax paid.
Boss man, have a look at it now, mate. It's the last time you'll see that.
Don't you worry, sunshine. There's plenty more where that came from.
Strike on, boss man.
Hey, Fred, you got those bets on yet?
Engaged on it. Hang about. I'll have another go.
Hey, what's it like then, love? Just between you and me, like?
What?
Well, working for old Fred. Is he a bit of a slave driver, is he? Hard taskmaster?
There's a laugh a minute. I can't stop.
Come on then, Fred. Are those bets on or what?
Right, we're in business. Let's have that volume up a bit, eh?
Did you get them on all right, Fred?
I just said that, didn't I? Boss man, you'll be lucky.
And as they come up from the paddock,
Here we go.
flying high, who did so well to take up.
Oh, that's my girl.
Followed by Prima Donna. Today's our favourite at 6 to 1. Chris Taylor says she's never been in finer form.
Oh, I've never been in finer form. Did you hear that first? I want you if you pipe down a bit. Shut up.
Dick Lane, disappointing 5th of 7
There she
last
is.
time out of it.
Hello, Mum, it's me. No news yet. No. I did think of having a word with Alf Roberts, but I felt soft. What do you think so? Mention your name? All right, then I'll see if it works. Didn't know you had a thing with Alf.
And we're into the straight, it's flying high.
Flying high, you see. Come on, flying high.
Come on, then, my son. Come on, then, boss man.
Here he's in the second place.
Come on, then, my son.
Challenging. As we come into the homestead, it's been flying high and Bossman. They're left between them.
Look at it.
Bossman's leaking.
Come on, then, my
Bossman
son.
lays outside.
Keep going there, my boy. Go on, this man is coming. Get up there, go on.
Taking the lead, flying high.
Look at that,
Followed
did you
by
see
Bright
that?
Breezes and Lucky Lady.
Go on, then,
And
my
it's
boy.
Bossman.
Go on,
Bossman wins by
Bossman.
half a length. Flying high second.
Would you? Redson, look at that 20 to 1 outsider.
Yeah, not bad, eh?
Flipping miracle, that's what it is.
Now, don't be like that, Fred, or you'll have us thinking you're a sore loser.
Eh?
So when can I pick it up, then, eh? When is, mate? When can you get to the bookie to pick it up?
Well, tomorrow now. Not till tomorrow, see. I'm tied up here all day.
Right, and tomorrow it is, but no longer, or I'll be charging your interest. In the meantime, what's everyone having, eh?
Why don't you remember where you put your flaming things?
Is there any more tea?
You tell her I might disgrace myself if I do.
Get your own. Don't trust you.
What's the rush?
We're late, aren't we?
All the best people are late. The milk didn't arrive in Chelsea till 9.
When you were in Chelsea, we were never late. We didn't have a layabout like you to look after. What's for dinner?
Steak and kidney, it's in the casserole.
Right. Put the meat on about 10 o'clock, mark 3, and I'll bring some chips in. Did you hear me?
What?
I said put the meat in the oven about 10 o'clock, mark 3.
Right. And get their back out. This place is a tip.
Do you mind? This is my house.
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to her. She makes the place a tip and then lies back and watches us clean it up.
Can you hear what we're saying about you, Madame Lazonga?
What?
Oh, come on. If we stay here trying to talk some sense into her, we'll be here till the middle of next week. Come
You're
on,
not
let's get
kidding.
going.
Yeah, don't teach them all at once. That's a clever girl. No, you said you wanted to see me, so I thought I'd pop round and see what you wanted like.
Oh, you shouldn't have troubled.
No trouble, love, I was passing anyway. Hey, I reckon you've got a child prodigy there. Oh. She's sharp as a razor.
No, and I'm not so sure I'm pleased about it. I mean, what good are brains these days? Do you know, half the people I see in that dole queue have got qualifications as long as your arm, and what good's it done them?
Ah, well, dole queues are always depressing at best of times, love.
Oh, yeah, you can say that again. Do you know, I can go in there feeling high as a kite, and I come out feeling like, well, a good failure surviving on other people's charity.
Yeah, there's plenty of people feel that way these days, love.
Just never thought I'd be one of them. Oh, dear, now you're here, I don't really know where to start.
Oh, that sounds ominous.
No, it's not really. It's... Oh, sorry, just a minute. Yep. Hello? Oh, hello, Mum. Yes, I'm fine, yeah. Yeah. Listen, Mum, do you mind if I ring you back? Only I've got somebody here. Yeah. OK, then I'll speak to you later. Ta-da. Ah, sorry. Now then, what was I saying?
Well, you weren't as yet.
Oh, yeah, did Rini tell you that I might have to sell the house?
Yeah, well, she did mention it, like, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks as if it's going to be a bit difficult finding anywhere else to live. Well, well, I just thought with you being a counsellor and having contacts and all that, I just wondered if you could possibly see your way to...
Having a word with the council people.
Could you?
Why not? I'll have a word with Frank Grudge. He's chappy in charge, see what he can do.
Oh, that's great, Alf. I'm ever so grateful.
What are friends for? Mind you, there's a bit of a waiting list, you know. Still, deserving case, I dare say I can persuade him to make an exception, you know. Just this once, like.
Yeah.
Anyway, owes me a favour or two.
Oh, that's a weight off my mind. I don't mind telling you.
Yeah, well, leave it with me. I'll see him as soon as I can.
Right, that's great. I won't forget it, honest.
Yeah, well, put it out of your mind, love. Problem's as good as solved. Anyway, I better get off. I'm going to be late for work.
Okay, ta-da.
Ta-da, Tracy.
Ta-da, bye. Hey, what it is to have friends in high places, eh, Trace?
Oh, hello. Is Sid there, please? Hello, Sid. It's Freddie, Sid. You know, Fred G. Hi, how are you doing? Well, having the ups and downs, you know. Look, Sid, at the moment I'm having one of my downs. Aye. Well, how are you fixed for 40 quid? No, I mean, can you lend us it, you know? No, well, look, I just want it. Look, I'm in a bit of a... Look, Sid, I've been playing bookie down at the pub, haven't I? Fella come in, put some money on a horse, the damn thing won. Well, 20-1. Ah, well, there you are. It's the first time it hasn't dropped quarter leg 3 furlongs out. So, you know what I mean now, don't you? Anyway, you know, what can you do? Can you help me out? Oh, great. I've been trying to get hold of Bernie. Oh, some folk have all the luck. When's he coming back, do you know? Tomorrow. What time tomorrow? Oh, all right, we're not going to fall out about it, pal. It's just that, it's okay. I'll give him a try. It will worth a try, anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you, Sid. Yeah, okay, pal. Hi. Ta-ra.
Oh, these would be nice. They'd be nice and soft for a little mouth.
Yeah, go on then, I'll have a packet. Any luck yet, kid? No. Alf Roberts is looking round for me.
That's 11 pence, please.
Right, thanks, love.
Thank you. Thanks
So-
very much.
Come on, Poppet. Off we go.
There you are, love.
Come on.
Ta-ra.
Let's go.
Try, love.
Ta. Oh, I am glad you went to see her, Rita. It must be awful for her still.
Well, she seems to want to manage on her own. And let's face it, she brought it all on herself. I mean, from what I hear, Ray went on his bended knees to her. And we all know what happened. She sent him packing.
Well, now we don't.
Now, listen, I'm not against principles. But if hers are going to be so high and mighty, then she'll have to live by 'em. We don't. Anybody can cry on my shoulder, but I'd rather it was somebody else's fault than their own.
Well, that's not very charitable.
Well, haven't you noticed? I'm not a very charitable person.
Oh, it's what you want people to think, but I know you, Rita Fairclough. You're very like me in many respects.
Heaven forbid.
Though you'd never catch me saying a thing like that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I tell you what, let's have a cup of tea.
All right. Well, go on then. You make it. You're not doing anything else.
No, you make it.
I won't.
All right, then blow you. Do without.
You're showing a lot of interest in her all of a sudden.
Oh, shut up, will you?
Still, I suppose a young woman on her own with no fella to look after her. She only has to flutter them false eyelashes of hers.
She don't wear false eyelash. Oh, damn
you've
it.
noticed, have you?
Well, would she with them glasses?
Oh, come on, let's get the insults over with. I wear glasses, you know. Mind you, I don't suppose you've noticed that.
You don't really think I'll have out to do with Deirdre Langton, do you?
Do you know, given Arthur the chance, I think you'd jump at it. But I'll tell you one thing, she'll have nothing to do with you.
Oh, charming. Oh, hello. Could I speak to Mr. Rudge, please? Hello, Doris. Is Mr. Rudge there? Hello, Frank. Alf Roberts. Yeah, look, I know you've got everybody God sends on your back these days, but I have got a deserving case. Yeah. Well, it's the usual story, you know. Young woman. She's separated from her husband, got a young kiddie. Got to sell the house to make things meet, yeah. Listen, are you going to be here later on? Well, can I come round and see you? Yeah. Yeah, tell Doris I'll bring some decent coffee. Ta-da.
Hey, I'm not supplying Old Town all week coffee.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Do you know, I wish I hadn't said that. Just below my left shoulder blade.
How else?
How are we off for milk stouts?
Oh, I've enough to see you through, unless she goes mad.
Oh, well, that's all then.
Betty,
What? What?
look, you know how you only ask a favour from folk you really know?
Yeah, well, what am I supposed to say?
Well, you could agree with me.
OK, lovey, I agree with you. You only ask favours from folks you really know, yes.
Now, you and I, we've known each other a fair while, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Can you lend me 40 quid?
Can I what?
Can you lend me 40 quid?
What for?
Well, look, Betty, I've been a bit of a mug. You know that bet of Mike Baldwin's?
Mm.
I never put it on, did I? Kept the stake money.
I never thought that flipping GG stood a dog's chance.
But it won.
I know it won. That's the trouble. He won his winnings, won't he?
You daft devil.
Look, I've got a mate, my best mate, Bernie. He'll lend me it just like that, only he's away, you see, and he don't come back until tomorrow.
Well, what do you want me to lend it to you for, lovey?
Because Baldwin will want it today.
Well, tell him he'll have to wait.
I can't do that. He knows bookies pay out straight away, don't he? He'll be expecting it.
Well, own up and tell him you'll get him the money tomorrow.
I can't do that. I can't tell him that I didn't put the stake money on. I've got to pay him out my own pocket. I'd rather chop my legs off first.
Oh, yeah. A matter of pride, is it?
Yeah.
Right. Excuse me. You can whistle for your flaming money.
Betty.
One thing Elsie asked you to do. One thing.
I have told you 16 times already I forgot. You don't think I did it on purpose, do you?
I should hope you didn't. You laze around here like Lady Muck.
Hey,
Bring me, fetch me, carry me. I wouldn't care if you were bringing anything in, but me and Elsie are keeping you.
Belt up, will you? I could hear you from the bottom of the street with my engine running.
That's just what I was thinking.
One thing Elsie asked her to do. One thing. And could she do it? Could she Eckers like?
Have you now forgotten anything in that perfect little life of yours, haven't you?
Put them on a plate and put them in the oven. I'm going for fish. Do you want anything?
No, I'd rather not stay.
Elsie'll kill you.
Yeah, just let her try.
Is that right? You just lazed around all morning?
Don't you start.
I'm not starting anything. I'm just thinking of a beautiful girl I knew once at home. Mary O'Donoghue was her name. Just like you, she was. Everybody loved her. Everybody fussed over her. Plump up your cushions, Mary. Take it easy, Mary. Stay as you are, Mary. Then one day the house got fire. She was so pampered she was too lazy to get up from the sofa and go to the telephone. Ah, hers was the finest wake I was ever at. Lovely girl she was, Mary O'Donoghue.
Bit quiet in here, isn't it? Where's our lot?
Not come in yet.
No, most of our drinkers don't come on the lunch till 1 o'clock. And if they were in here now, you'd give them a right going over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, wouldn't I? Where's Fred?
Down in the cellar.
Right then, while we're at it, what are we going to have? Large scotch for me to be going on with, and what about you, Smiler? Same?
No, I just have half a bitter.
Go on, have a short.
All right, I'll have a large brandy.
Yeah, half a bitter for me, or that half a bitter, whatever you're having. Where did you say Fred was?
Down the cellar. What's going on?
Don't ask me. I'm just a humble taxi driver, minding his own business, waiting for the woman of the house to put a blessing on him and maybe give him a cup of tea.
Well, it looks like that's all anybody's going to get round here. Where's Gail? Where's Susie?
Look, as a nervous member of the weaker sex, I'm not getting involved.
Oh, don't be so daft. Where are they? Were they here when you came in?
Well, in a manner of speaking, there were, but...
What's going on?
I'm going out.
I said, what's going on apart from nothing?
I'm going out because I forgot to put the meat in the oven. According to Gail, that is a hanging offence.
She's not the only one that thinks that.
Well, I'm getting out of your sight.
I'll swing for that one, I will. I'll swing for her.
Come on, Elsie, she's only a youngster.
Yeah, I was only a youngster once, but I never behaved like that, did I? Oh, yes, I did. A damn sight worse.
There you go.
Well, there's no reason why she shouldn't behave like a normal human being. All I asked her to do was to put the dinner on.
Well, look, Gail's gone out to get some fish. She's bringing 3.
Yes, well, so you'd better have one, hadn't you?
All right, I better, but I don't want you fattening me up again.
Oh, hello, what's the matter? Dancing partner's complaining again. Oh. Weatherfield 882. Yes, it is. Yes, she does, but she's out at the moment. Well, can I give her a message? Oh, really? Oh, dear. Yes, well, I'm very sorry you've been in trouble like that. Yes, I'm sure she will. Yes, well, I'll tell her. Thank you. Goodbye.
Who was that? One of the boyfriends?
You know them suspicions that we were harbouring about Madame Lazonga taking London by storm?
Well?
Well, you'll be happy to know that they're absolutely justified.
I've told you, love, have this one on me.
I don't like strange fellas buying me drinks.
What do you mean strange? I'm the most familiar fella you've ever met.
Ah, well, they worry me and all.
Okay, who am I getting the money from?
Don't look at me.
He's determined. Take it off him.
I am determined.
Right.
And tell me how he's Leonard.
Oh, boring as ever.
They always are, husbands. What you want is a handsome, wealthy lover on the side.
Oh, aye. Do you want to go on waiting list?
How long's the list?
Well, let's say, will you still be handsome and wealthy when you're 65?
Forget it. I'll have moved on by then. What's Fred doing down there? Is he rebuilding that cellar?
I was changing the barrel.
It's taking long enough, isn't
Yeah.
it? Here, did you hear about me? I've a bet, what, 3 times a year? Well, yesterday I put £2 on a 20-to-1 shot and it romped home, won 40 quid. Mind you, 40 quid's nothing, but when it comes like that...
40 quid? Nothing? I never thought I'd live to see the day.
Try asking him for a rise, though, and tell him 40 quid's nothing.
Well, I'm not talking about the peasants. It's probably a lot to them.
There you go.
Betty, give him a shout. Well, he's fallen asleep down there. I want to buy some more drinks, and I want it out of me special money.
Fred, you wanted.
Come in.
He says he's coming.
Oh, great. Right, then, get him in, shall we? Oh, and down.
Oh, gotta give in.
Yeah, but we don't want any trouble.
Trouble? What are you talking about, trouble? We're just having a little party, and if I have one drink too many, there's this young lady here who should be worried because it makes me very romantic.
Oh.
I only get violent when I've had a bad day with money. There it is. The bookies runner.
Oh, aye, you want
Out
some
of
money,
breath,
don't
too.
you?
Yeah, could say that, mate.
Hey, Alan. I've been waiting for you. Hold your Danny out. You'll find that's right, 40 quid and there's your steak back.
Oh, great.
OK? I'll just go and wash my hands.
Great. Well, get him in then, Betty.
I say, oi, oi, where did you get that money from?
I just got it, didn't I? No thanks to you.
Come on, Betty, love, let's be having you.
Because I have been to London, but only on day trips, never to stay. And when you go on day trips, well, you tend to go to the museums and the art galleries and that. You know, you never really get to the heart of things. What's the matter with you?
Oh, you might well ask. I've just escaped from the Rovers. Hey, you want to get yourself down there? Mike Baldwin's chucking money away like there's no tomorrow.
No, thanks. I've had enough of the high life for the time being. The real thing.
Oh, of course. It must be lovely to be back. I hope I can get through this afternoon, kid.
Oh, don't worry, you'll be well looked after.
Bless you, St. Mavis.
Hey, Susie's looking for a job.
Not just any job. It's bad enough coming back to this dump without getting a dead-end job as well. Not after a posh London nightclub.
Which one with that, then?
Oh, you wouldn't know it if I named it. It was for the upper classes.
Well, then you're right, I wouldn't. But one thing puzzles me, though. I mean, if London was so marvellous and round here so grotty, why did you come back?
Had my reasons.
Ah, did you hear that? She had her reasons. You know what that means, don't you? A broken heart. Some of them joined the Foreign Legion, and some of them come back to Weatherfield.
Now, I'm not making no promises.
No, I know that, but it really is good of you, Alf. And take good of your Uncle Alf, Tracy.
Yeah, well, I put your case to the housing manager, and no miracles, but he's a friend of mine. That does make a difference.
Oh, thanks again, Alf.
He won't have his job for a gold clock. You know, it's bad enough being on the housing committee, but he's really got the rough end of the stick. You know, allocating all that. He's got a right headache with his new Meridew estate.
Oh, I'd love to live there.
Now,
Mrs.
what have I
Carter-
just said? Now, don't go making plans,
No, I know.
and don't start packing yet. But our housing manager, when he starts to move, he really moves. Talking about moving.
Say bye-bye to your Uncle Alf, Tracy.
Bye-bye. Take care of yourselves.
Alf, do you think...
Now, what have I said? Wait and see.
Yeah, all right. Sit down.
Well, I mean, you can never tell. I mean, it's lunchtime, dead as a doornail. It's been like this since we're up at 5:30, hasn't it, Fred?
Aye, we have. Ah, same in my trade, you know. You get a shower of rain, everybody wants a cab. Other times, of course, if you work in the stations, you know where you are. A mainline train comes in, you're busy, but it's either a feast or a famine. There's no pattern to it.
You know, it's a funny thing. I don't mind the rain a bit, but walking about in hot weather or working, ooh.
Oh, me and all. How about you, Fred?
Rain or shine, it's immaterial to me. I can't afford his prices, and you know.
Now, wait a minute. Do you know how many times only we've raised our fares in the past?
Oh. Oh, you're still in the land of the living, are you?
What do you have?
The usual, please. Oh, half a lager. The usual is parfait. I see. Half a lager. You suit yourself. Where have you been? Into town for a spot of lunch. Desmond told me about this model agency I might fancy, so I went to have a look at him. Oh, charming. And were they delighted? They signed me up. Bit of a dump. I mean, after Chelsea. Yeah. Talking about Chelsea, I've had a little message from you, from your flatmate, Brenda.
What did she want?
Well, about this flat that was in Chelsea that was really in Paddington. Apparently you left an envelope behind with my name and address on it. So she got in touch through direct inquiry. It appears you left owing £10.50 and she'd like you to send it on. And I said, I'm sure it was just an oversight with you having such a posh job.
You know, that could have been handled different.
Oh, it could, but it wouldn't have been half as much fun.
It's 10:30. You can't go ringing her at this time.
Look, she's got to get home sometime, hasn't she? She's got a baby to get to bed.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Now, don't be nasty. Look, it's good news for her. And if you were in her position, I wouldn't begrudge anybody bringing you good news, no matter what time of day or night.
Go on, you just like being Sir Galahad. But I'll tell you one thing, doesn't have a tummy like yours.
Oh, don't be daft. Oh, hello, Deirdre. Alf Roberts.
Oh, hello, Alf. Have you been ringing? Oh, I've been to see some friends, and they've got a little kiddie. They're the same age as Tracy, so we put them to bed together and had a good natter. I've only been in about 10 minutes. What was it?
Well, I told you the housing people move, and Frank rang me at 5:45 tonight. Now, listen, there's a flat going in the next couple of weeks. It's yours if you want it. Yeah. Well, he didn't say where it was. He didn't say much about it at all. No, he didn't say where it was. Yes, of course I can. I can fix up for you to go see it. Yeah. Oh, don't be daft. No, you've got to get out of the house sometime. I'd have come round to your house to tell you, but my wife thinks there's something going on. She's standing here now.
Now, come on, Langton. It may not be much, but it's all I've got.
Oh, you mean thing. And here's me thinking I pinched him. Yeah, thank him again for me, will you? Yeah. I'll sleep a lot easier tonight.
Ta-da, then.
There you go, you see? She'll sleep a lot easier tonight.
Hey, where is this flat that this friend's got for?
Oh, you don't listen to your women, do you? Go on, get to bed.
Do you know, Alf Roberts, when you're masterful, there's no stopping you.
Right, come along, let's have your glasses, please. We're going to have to chuck them out, Betty. Tell you what, you take the women, I'll take the men.
Hey, let's have a bit of fun. Let's do it the other road right. You take the women.
Ah, you're right. Hey, come on, sup up now, please.
There's got to be inflation involved in there somewhere.
It is not revenue.
Will you listen to him?
Now, don't you go cracking on my drunk, because I know when I'm drunk. Oh. When I'm drunk, I'm horizontal. And you can't drink when you're flat on your back. You see, since how I'm vertical.
Oh, well, try standing away from that bar and see how vertical you are.
Oh, right. Apologies will be accepted.
Oh, I am sorry.
I suppose another round will be out of the question.
Absolutely dead right, sunshine. Come on, sup up, let's have you.
You know, I've been here for 3 hours.
We've been here for 4.
Oh, why do we do it? Do you know, I go home and after half an hour I'm like a lost soul, but I can spend hours in pubs.
It's the lovely company you meet. I mean, look at the lovely company in here, for instance. Just look at
Well,
it.
know that.
And stop staring at her. She's a married woman.
It is no sin, Steve, to observe the female form divine, as long as you don't take pleasure in it.
Yeah, as long as that fella doesn't catch you at it.
Come on there, let's have your glasses now, please.
Oh, right.
Come on, let's
I can see that the only thing we are going to get here is insulting.
Jane Susie not about.
No, not too much. Steady as you go.
After you, ever gentlemen. Good night.
Good night, Fred. All the best, Fred. Oh, out you go. Good night, Fred. All the best.
I'll do that.
No, it's all right, Fred. I'm halfway through. Come here. I thought you didn't go to the bank.
I didn't, why?
Well, I mean, there doesn't seem enough here. There should be 2 days' takings.
Well, it'll be right, Betty. I'll take it to the bank in the morning.
No, it's not right. No, it isn't. Definitely not right. Has anybody else been at the back of this bar tonight?
No, not as I know of.
Well, I think I'd better go and fetch the police.
Betty, hang on. It was me. I took it.
What do you mean it was you?
Well, I mean, how do you think I got the money to pay back Mike Baldwin?
You did. Oh, you didn't take it out of the till.
Look, I'll pay it back tomorrow as soon as I raise it. I'll put it straight back.
Oh, Fred, that's stealing.
Is it Eckers like stealing?
No, it is. It's stealing.
Well, look, I'll tell you what I'll do, Betty. I'll put an IOU in. Yeah, put an IOU in. Come on, it's not out of it, Betty. It's all right. Here, look, IOU, 40 quid, no, pounds, 40 pounds, Fred G, and the date. There, look, pop that in the till there. It's all shipshape and Bristol fashion.
Well, I hope that IOU looks as good to Mrs. Walker as it does to you, lovey.
Have a good day. Don't worry, I will.
And don't work too hard.
Street won't be big enough soon, will it?
What's that, Hilda?
For all the vehicles it requires to keep you lot as fellas.
Do you know you've got a point there, Hilda? As a matter of fact, we were thinking of asking Stan not to park his car up there. I mean, it takes a lot of room, doesn't it? For what it is.
You sure you don't want any bacon?
We haven't got time, have we?
You ought to get up early, you know that? And you should start the day off right on a good foot with a good breakfast. I'm a great believer in it myself.
So I've noticed.
Elsie, I was on the road at 6 o'clock, and you did say if I was passing by, I could always drop in for
I did, I know I did. But what amazes me is how you're always passing by at the right time. Breakfast time, dinner time, tea time.
That's not easy.
And not pop from Hilda Ogden either.
Oh, don't tell me she's rabbiting on about his cab being left outside all night again. I thought I'd shut a tap for good on that one.
Ah, she's got a point though, Elsie. I mean, what'll we do if the poor man's Barry Sheen starts calling round regular? Do you hear the noise he made?
No, I did, and not for the first time either.
It's probably his version of the Indian love call. A toot on the horn.
I'd sooner have Nelson Eddy.
Who?
Before your time.
Isn't everything?
What are you doing for the rest of the day, lady?
Not much.
Well, in that case, you can do a bit of cleaning, can't you?
No, it will be a bit, no.
No, look, you're not stopping in your flat wherever it was. Where was it?
You know exactly where it was.
No, I thought I did. We all thought that you were staying in Chelsea, but it turned out to be Paddington, didn't it, after all?
Elsie, leave her alone.
I will
you?
not. She's told me more lies than a muck auction. And this time I want to really know what went on in London. Now, the truth, and not a lot of fairy tales.
There's nothing else to tell. I've told you, I had a rotten time. I couldn't get a decent job. I couldn't afford a decent place to live. I didn't meet one decent single fella. In the end, I was flat broke, so I had to come back. And that is the absolute truth. What more do you want?
Yeah, well, perhaps that'll teach you a lesson then, eh? Well, I'll see you at dinner time. See you then.
You know, Elsie, she doesn't mean half the things she says.
No, but I mean this. I'll show her. Her and all the rest of them.
Have some bacon, will you?
Oh, thanks.
No, it takes your breath away, though, doesn't it? I mean, how long have them two girls been living in this street? No time at all compared to me and Stan. We're one of your oldest residential families. Well, even more so than Elsie Tanner, because she left, didn't she? Cleared off to better things. Only they weren't like everything else she's ever tried. But, you got to give her credit, though, you know. She's come unstuck more times than a flipping chain letter, and she still keeps asking for more. Now, this fella now's having her for a mug, isn't he? He's a sort of non-paying guest, and it's not only his meals he's getting free, neither. Well, I ask you, anybody could keep a chap in them circumstances. Even you and me could.
Right, I'll not be long.
No, it shouldn't be.
Well, she'll not be back till dinner time, at least.
You don't know with her. I mean, she could catch that early train. She could be here by 11.
Not on a morning like this, she won't.
You won't be told, will you, Fred? I mean, not about anything. Now, listen, Fred. Do you mind, Hilda? It's a private conversation.
Oh, I'm very sorry, I'm sure. By heck, they say if you live with folk long enough, you get to be like 'em. And you're getting like Annie Walker, Betty Turpin. Hoity-toity, better than you should be.
Like I was saying, Fred, if Mrs. Walker finds out that you've been borrowing money out of that till, you've had a high jump. She'll quite likely want to come and check the takings as soon as she gets back. Sooner, in fact.
Oh, rubbish.
You'll have it your own way.
Look, the only way she'll find out is if you tell her.
I'll not do that. I'm not so sure I'm right, though.
No, look, I'll be back within an hour with that 40 quid. I've still got some friends who'll do me a favour, you know.
I said I'd lend it to you.
Not at first you didn't, not when I first asked you.
Listen, I was blazing mad with you, wasn't it, because you were being such a fool.
Well, maybe. But I'll get it from somebody that won't be blazing mad, somebody that I can rely on.
I still think she might get that early train.
Say that.
Hey, what's the matter with Fred, then?
Nothing as far as I know.
Oh, come on, you can't kid me. He's in some sort of trouble, isn't he? I know, 'cause Stan gets that look when he's in trouble. Dead miserable, you know. Like a goldfish what's just found out its tank's leaking.
Hilda, mind your own business and get on with your work.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Walker. No, Mrs. Walker. 3 bags full, Mrs. Walker.
I'm sorry to drag you in off the street, Alf, but I'm a bit worried. I only slept a wink last night.
Yeah, well, these things take time, you know, Deirdre.
Yeah, I know that, but honestly, can't you give me some specific idea of when there's going to be one vacant? I mean, they don't come vacant overnight, do they? Somebody must have some idea when there's one due.
Yeah, well, I'm in the hands of the officials, you know. I mean, they said a week or so, but they move at their own sweet pace, love.
Yeah, well, can't you stop kicking a few bottoms down there? I mean, isn't that your job? Isn't that what we let you to council for?
Yeah, well, kicking people don't necessarily get the right response these days.
Oh, I don't go along with that, Alf. Somebody kicks me, I tend to get a move on, pull my socks up. So you start doing a bit of kicking down there. I mean, they're on a cushy number, aren't they? They're all well paid, and they're there for our benefits.
Yeah, of course they are. Look, I'll have another go at them. I'll see the chief executive again, if you like.
Oh, housing manager will do me. I mean, the estate agent's coming today to put that sign up for the second time, and there'll soon be a queue forming. I mean, what do I tell them? Oh, yes, the house is for sale, but I can't do anything until the council get the finger out and give me a flat. I mean, the queue will soon vanish then, won't it? You can't get me a flat, can you?
Of course I can. I've told you, haven't I? It's just a matter of waiting for the right one to come vacant, then pulling a few strings. That's all.
Yeah. Well, I'll get moving and get this place sold.
Well, that's going to take a few weeks, isn't it? I mean, even if you get a buyer straight away.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah, well, there you are. I mean, you're worrying over no, love. There's no rush.
Yeah, I suppose I am.
Come on, make your mind up. I've not got all day.
Do you get discountable buying?
No, you don't.
In that case, I'll just have an Eccles cake.
Last of the big spenders.
My mum usually puts me somewhere up, but she forgot today.
Oh, what a shame. Why can't you put your own food up?
Well, because she does it.
Ask a silly question. 12p, please.
It's a bit steep, isn't it? 12p for a scratty little cake.
Would you like it on HP? I'll ask the manageress if you like.
Coney, you doing out tonight?
No.
See you at 7.
Yeah.
Right.
Boyfriend status now?
Not specially, no.
Of course, he's a boyfriend.
How would you know that, Mr. Tatlock?
Because I was sitting there watching you, weren't I? Talk about sheep's eyes. I've never seen as many on Coniston Fell.
Rubbish. He's talking rubbish, isn't he, Emily?
No comment.
I'll tell you what, I bet they're going to picture sitting there watching you. Oh, the flush on your face when you first come in. Then trying to treat him as an ordinary customer and you just couldn't take your eyes off him. Mind you, I've seen it all before scores of times, but still better than watering cabbages.
He don't know what he's talking about. I didn't act like that, like he said, did I?
Well, I wasn't observing you as closely as Mr. Tatlock obviously was, but I definitely recognise the picture he painted.
I'll have to watch it in future.
Why? He seems a very nice young man.
He is, but that's not the point, Emily. You must never seem too eager. Serve yourself up on a plate, and before long, they're wondering what the next course is.
I was always eager, very eager. Yet restrained, you know, by my personality. It was a very funny combination, actually. Very eager inside, and sort of a cold fish outside.
It's a wonder you didn't burst.
I very nearly did on occasions, Gail.
Right, well, I'm off then. Right. Oh, thank you very much, Hilda, for all your efforts this morning, turning a pigsty into a palace.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Isn't that what you get paid for?
You know, it's true what I've always said about you.
For a fact.
Some folk just aren't suited to authority. Goes to their heads, blows them up like a balloon. You're like that. Well, I'm only telling you for your own good, as a friend, like. Ta-ra. Oh, hello, Mrs. Walker. You got back then, eh?
Well, that was the idea when I set out from Derbyshire this morning, and hopefully I seem to have been successful. Don't go. I've got a little job for you. Morning, Elizabeth. Taxi man haven't got change for £5, but then they never do they? Come along, Mr. Ogden. Take this to the taxi man before he starts his meter running again.
Well, I was on my way home. I mean, I've got my own place to clean, you know, and Stan's dinner to get.
Now, surely you can spare me one little extra minute out of all those you must have stolen from me during the last few days.
You are? With her in charge? You must be joking.
Been wielding the big stick, have you, Elizabeth? Quite right, too. It's the only thing with the likes of Mrs. Ogden. Give them an inch and they'll take an L.
What on earth is this? I owe you for £40. Signed Fred.
Oh, blast.
Weatherfield 8825. Speaking. Oh, hello. Yes, of course I can. I'm free as a bird. Tonight? Oh, it'd be smashing. Thanks a lot, Mr. Thomas. Oh, sorry, Ted. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Oh, hang on. Where will I see you? Right, I'll see you there then. Ta-ra. Oh, God.
All right, it's only me. All right, gum. What did you do? Hire a cleaner or something?
Now, don't be saucy.
It's very nice, love, honestly. It's tidier than it's been for days.
To say the least.
Look, the trouble with you is you just can't accept a compliment and leave it at that. You always got to have the last word, haven't you?
That makes two of us.
Yeah, what are you burning?
An omelette, it's just caught.
Omelette? Where did you learn to cook them?
I all but lived off them. In Paddington.
Yeah, I'm sorry about what I said this morning, kid. You must have had it rough.
There wasn't exactly a barrel of laughs, but I survived. I am a survivor.
Yeah, that's what I told Gail when she was worrying about you.
Oh, was she worried about me?
Oh, all the time. She thought you'd been carried off by some foreigner who wanted his way with you.
Chance would be a fine thing. Anyway, all that is behind me. It is the future I'm looking to now, and the future is looking pretty bright at the moment.
What, since this morning?
I've had a phone call from that model agency.
What, a job? A real job?
Yeah, demonstrating.
Well, what, doing what?
Oh, wine, perfume, I'd know something exotic.
I'm very pleased for you, love. You were overdue for a bit of good luck.
Oh, I expected it.
Give us another pint, love, will you?
Right. Yes.
£2 a bit of please, love.
Hello there, darling.
Hello.
Bit quiet in here today.
Not like this today, eh? What a session that was yesterday dinner time.
Where's Fred then?
Oh, he's out.
Hey, what a bobbish job he's got, eh? A nice little pub, a good staff, all the time in the world to play the GGs.
Yeah. If I come back on this earth again, I want to be a landlord like Fred.
Pardon?
I said, if ever I pass this way again, I want to be like Fred, your boss.
My boss?
Mrs. Walker.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Walker. Got my curly hand, did you?
Will you please convey to Mr. G that I would like to see him in my private quarters immediately? And will you finish serving these two gentlemen?
Yes.
Hey, you've not let on, have you? I mean, I've got the brass.
Of course I'm not let on. She found it. You left it in the dell.
Did I? Oh,
Hell, fire. Look, it's no use swearing, and you're going to make things worse if you keep her waiting, so go and get it over with. Well, go on, Fred.
Hey, is that his mother or something?
No, it wasn't his mother.
That's a good one. Annie Walker, Fred's mother.
She only happens to be the landlady.
Yeah, well, we thought Fred was the landlord, didn't we, Fred?
Yeah, well, he likes to give that impression sometimes.
Yeah, we know.
Enter.
I believe you wanted to see me, Mrs. Walker.
Yes, I did, Fred. Come in.
Yes, Mrs. Walker.
What is that, Fred?
Oh, it's an IOU, Mrs. Walker.
Really? I've never actually seen one before.
Well, they're not all that uncommon.
Legal tender, are they?
Legal tender?
I mean, could I take this to my bank and they'd give me the amount, say £40?
Oh, no, I don't think...
Then what is the point of it?
Well, it means that I owe you £40.
Did I lend you £40?
Well, no, Mrs. Walker,
Then
not...
why
not
did you
so-
say that you owe me £40?
Well, I took it from the till, you see, Mrs. Walker. It were just a temporary measure, like. I was going to bring it back this morning. In fact, I've got it here. It's £40.
You took that out of the till, you say?
Well, it were only a loan, Mrs. Walker, you see, and that's why I left the IOU.
And you thought it was all right to leave that piece of paper in place of the money?
Oh, well, you see, the IOU covered it, didn't it, Mrs. Walker? I mean, it's... Well, it's there in black and white.
I can see your reasoning, Fred.
Can you, Mrs. Walker?
But it is totally false reasoning. What you did was stealing. There can be no question of that.
Oh, now, come on, Mrs. Walker.
Whose money was it in the till?
Well,
Did
the
I
roll
give
was
you
yours.
permission to take it?
No, Mrs. Walker.
Did Elizabeth?
No.
Then it was stealing.
But the IOU.
A meaningless piece of paper. Completely meaningless. Now, I believe that in your eyes, you thought that this was proof of your integrity, your honesty.
It will, Mrs. Walker, it will.
But never do it again. It won't be me you'll be explaining to. It will be the police.
Oh, Mrs. Walker, I'm sorry, Mrs. Walker. Is that all?
No. Why do those men out there think you're the landlord?
Oh, I've no idea. I haven't said anything, Mrs. Walker. I think, well, they've probably just assumed.
Yes. Well, go out there and unassume them.
Right, Mrs. Walker. Go on. Thanks for being so understanding.
What did you need the money for?
Well, I'd had a bad day on the horses, you see, Mrs. Walker.
Hey, it's up again, I see.
That's right, Hilda. I mean it this time, though.
Hey, have you got a second?
Yeah.
Well, what sort of price are you asking?
Why?
Well, I might be interested in buying, mightn't I?
Oh, do me a favour.
Well, it's a much nicer house than this, more modern. Why shouldn't I be interested?
All right, Hilda, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You could find out from the estate agents anyway. I'm asking 7,000.
7,000?
That's what price these houses are going for these days. Well, mine is anyway. You still interested in buying?
Not at that flipping price, no. All of a sudden, this one's a very desirable property.
Very wise, Hilda.
I was just going to call, actually.
Well, come and call then.
£7,000. World's gone mad. It has gone flipping mad.
Come in and sit down, Emily. Do you want a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thanks. I can't stop. I've got to get back to work. It's about the house, actually.
You're not thinking of buying it, are you?
Well, I might well have if I didn't have my own house.
Well, it's all mod cons, professionally modernised. That's what the ad's going to say anyway.
It is nice. It's very nice. It seems such a shame to even contemplate selling.
Well, needs must, love. I mean, Ray wants his share of it in cash, doesn't he? I suppose I could just tell him to get lost, but I don't know. There seems to be enough aggro between us lately.
But where will you go?
Oh, that's all settled. I've been promised a council flat.
Have you?
Yes. Keep it under your arm, though. I mean, it's no secret or anything, but you know what people are like. I don't want them to think I'm getting preferential treatment.
Oh, no, I won't say a word. Deirdre.
Yeah?
Well, there's always my house, you know.
Pardon?
Well, you could always move in with me if it should fall through, the council flat.
Have you been given a job as my guardian angel or something? First of all, it's money you want to give me, and now it's a home.
There's nobody else to give anything. Oh, it just came to me when I saw the for sale sign. I thought, well, if she's nowhere to go, I've got enough room.
Oh, you are lovely, Emily, but I'll be all right, honestly.
I'll miss you when you do go. We all shall. And Tracy, of course.
Well, I'm not going to be leaving the country this time, not even Weatherfield.
No, but... Well, I'd better be getting back, or Gail will be thinking I've left the country. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Tracy.
Hey, I don't know, Tracy. A good, kind person like that, and somehow she always makes me feel like saying, poor Emily.
Thanks. Do you want...
I've got a complaint. You know the Eccles cake you sold me this morning?
What about it?
Well, there were only 149 currants in it instead of 150, as stipulated by the Society for the Protection of Eccles Cake Eaters.
Ah, well, you see, if we save 1 currant in each cake, that means we get a free cake every 150, doesn't it?
In every 149, actually.
We go on a cruise with a profit.
Honest?
Yeah, we went to Casablanca last year.
Can I come next time?
I'll ask Emily. You're dafter than I am, you.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'll see you later then.
Yeah, I've not changed my mind yet. Do you want a cup of coffee or anything?
Nah, my mum will have left something in the oven. I'll see ya.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you. Are you any relation to Ivy Tilsley?
Yeah, she's me mum.
What I'm really interested in, though, Teddy, is modelling, you know, photographic work and that.
Yeah, well, I can get you some, Susie. I've got clients in every area of this business now. The whole spectrum, you might say. Well, this is just a part of it. Mind you, it's not to be sneezed at.
I dare say.
More work for demonstrators than photographic models any day of the week. Well, unless you've got something special, that is.
I've got a good figure and I photograph well.
I'm sure you do, Susie. And one of these days I'm going to put it to the test, soon. But in the meantime, first things first, eh?
What exactly will I be demonstrating?
Wine, new drink. Hey, perhaps they've opened a new music centre. Oh, Mr. Woodhouse.
Yes.
Ted Thomas of Ted Thomas Associates.
Oh, how do you do?
And this is the young lady, Susie Birchall.
Oh, pleased to meet you.
Right then, what exactly did he have in mind for her?
It'll be easier to show you. This way. Well, here we are.
Yes. Very nice. Very arresting, if I may say so.
Yes, we are rather pleased with it.
Sausage what?
It's a German sausage, absolutely new on the market.
But what am I supposed to do?
Do, dear? Well, you cook them, of course. You've all the equipment there. Then the idea is to dispense them to the customers. We did think of giving out a paper plate or perhaps a disposable fork, but on reflection we decided they could manage with their fingers. You'll be dressed as a chef, of course.
You what?
I said, you'll be dressed as a chef. You know the sort of thing. A white overall and a tall white hat.
Very fetching, eh, Susie?
Yeah, very.
Perhaps you'd like to step inside and get the feel of your sausage dispenser.
Where's the tea? Haven't you brewed? I can't, it'll spoil my nails. Oh, typical. Gail, come and put this kettle on.
I seem to be the skivvy round here this morning. I'm doing everything. Well, somebody else can make the toast.
I can't. It'll ruin my nails. What exactly is it that you're going to be doing? I mean, what exactly are you going to be demonstrating? Well, you can expect anything in this work. I mean, one week you could be modelling swimsuits, the next week demonstrating a vacuum cleaner to an oil chic. Talk about the idle rich. There's me slogging my guts out in a sewing machine factory and her working her guts out behind a snack bar counter. Kathy, I'm sorry. Have you put that kettle on?
What exactly is it you're demonstrating, though?
French perfume in some big shop or other. Oh, well, while she's dabbing perfume on somebody's white wrist and trying to be all posh, I'd be behind a sewing machine having a slanging match with Ivy Tilsley.
Which store will it be? We could come and see you in our dinner hour, couldn't we, Elsie? Hey, you could slip us a free sample.
Well, they haven't exactly told us. I mean, some girls will be at one shop, some at another. You can expect anything in this career.
Morning, Mrs. Walker.
Morning. Morning, Elizabeth. Morning, Mr. Walker. Oh, Fred.
Yes, Mrs.
What
Walker.
time we're expecting the draymen?
About 10:30, Mrs. Walker. I'll just go check and see if we're ready for them.
I'm sure you did the right thing there, Mrs. Walker. With Fred, you know, he's very grateful to you. He's not said anything, but, well, I can tell. I am by no means convinced that he realises how lenient I've been. Most licensees would have given him his cards on the spot, and he would have great difficulty in getting in a job in the trade again. Well, I'm sure he knows that, and I'm sure he's learnt his lesson. Yes, Elizabeth, but have you? Me? How do you mean? I mean that when I'm away, you are in charge of the Rovers, and I did depend on you to carry the responsibility. Well, I couldn't help what Fred got up to. As soon as I found out what he'd done, I told him straight. I mean, he just wasn't on.
The situation should never have arisen. It is the gambling that has been the cause of all this.
Well, I agree there, Mrs. Walker. I mean, he must lose a fortune on the horses. And we're not the horses, the dogs.
You're missing the point completely. If he wishes to gamble away all his earnings, that is his to look out. It is not your concern. It is not mine. It is the gambling on these premises that is my concern, and you should have prevented it.
I did try, Mrs. Walker. I don't think it's very fair blaming me.
There has been far too much of what I can only call slackness while I've been away. First there was the business of the drinking after hours, now this.
Well, I don't know what more I could have done, Mrs. Walker. I mean, I did warn him. What else could I do? I mean, look, put yourself in my place.
Oh, no, Elizabeth. As chief barmaid, you put yourself in my place. I'll be quite frank with you. I am disappointed.
All ready, Mrs. Walker. Where is she?
She's gone in the house.
My juice has simmered down a bit, hasn't she?
Yeah, she might have done, but I'm just coming up to the boil.
Well, what's up?
I've just had to stand here and have her tell me off like a little kid, all because of you. How I have failed in my duty because of your gambling and borrowing money out of that till.
Sorry, Betty, I really am.
Oh, no, lovey, no, it's me that's sorry. Because according to her, it's all my fault. Well, I'm telling you something now, Fred. I shall not be letting myself in for that again. So just you think on.
It tickles the taste buds and perks up those jaded palates. Fry it, grill it, try it with salad. All the family will love it. It's on our shelves right away. Buy some today, fry some today. You'll be flying high today.
Ladies, please.
Mr. Woodhouse, do I really have to wear this rotten hat?
Indeed you do.
But it looks daft.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it that I can see. In any case, it's for hygiene, not looks. I've been managing supermarkets a long time. And when it's food you're handling, the public likes to see a hat.
They are not going to buy this rotten sausage if I run around in my birthday suit.
Now then.
But they're just not interested, are they?
No, they are not. And for why? Because you are not selling it to them.
I'm supposed to be giving it to them. Free samples.
No, when I say sell it, I mean you have to work on them, persuade them. You've got to put a bit of zing into your patter.
The words I've got to say, they're just plain silly.
They might seem silly to you. I'm not saying they don't seem silly to me, but there's young chaps in London being paid more than I earn in a year to write these words, so you've got to have faith in them.
But I just can't, though.
Oh, yes, you can. You've got to. If you don't believe in the message, the public isn't going to either. So get stuck in, and remember, have faith in the sausage.
They must never be asked. They are, love.
Don't go blasting it all round. But I found out how much Deirdre Langton's asking for that house of theirs.
Oh,
7,000.
well, that's inflation, isn't it? A few years ago, it'll be 700.
Oh, that's what she told me she was asking. Estate agent says she'll get it, or no?
Hey?
Well, I rang him up, didn't I? Just to check if that's what she was asking.
You must have pretended you wanted to buy it if he gave her the price.
Well, I wasn't pretending, was I?
You what?
Look, it's the best house in the street, Stan. Better than hers behind me, better than Fairclough's. What if we was to buy it, eh, Chuck? That'd show 'em, wouldn't it?
It's no different to ours.
Oh, it's modernised throughout. All mod cons and advantages.
Well, one thing about it, it's near here.
Oh, trust you to put your belly first.
What's a consideration, isn't it, when it's raining?
Well, what about it then? Now, if we sell our house...
If we sell our house, we'll get about 4,000 for it, which means we're 3,000 short.
Well, you get a mortgage.
Not in my age, we won't. But when we move, we're not moving down the street. We're moving to Lytham St Anne's. That's where we're moving.
Lytham St Anne's? We can't afford Deirdre Langton's house. How the heck are we going to get to Lytham St Anne's?
I've got it planned, all worked out, all organised.
Oh, Chuck, I didn't know you had plans.
Of course I have. I think about you. In fact, it might be earlier than I think, you know. I feel lucky this week. I think I'll try another line on the 8 from 10 on my pulls.
Yeah, you do that, Chuck.
Mrs. Walker, would you do this again, please? Vodka and tonic and...
Now, hold on a minute. It's my turn. No, and even if it's not, you only drink tomato juice, so I'll have no argument from you. Can I have the same again, Mrs. Walker? And how do you fancy a pie?
I'd love it.
2 pies, Mrs. Walker, please.
I thought one or other of your young ladies prepared your lunch these days.
Now, there's the thought. You see, now, Gail would have done if she hadn't been working in Dawson's Cafe. Susie might have done if he'd have twisted her arm if she hadn't got this job, you see. Oh, yes, she has, and doing very well for herself.
Where's she working?
Who knows? Today, Weatherfield. Tomorrow, Paris, Rome, Hollywood.
Well, if not tomorrow, at least next week, you know.
Yeah, well, she got this job with this agency, you see, and the girls go out demonstrating all sorts of things, all that sort of caper.
Really? Well, she's quite a presentable girl, isn't she, by today's standards?
Yeah, she started today. She's demonstrating some swanky perfume or something or other.
Yes, it's called a sweet smell of success.
Oh!
What we're doing tonight?
How about the pictures?
I went to pictures last night. Anyway, I'm more or less skint till Friday.
We could go for a walk.
Oh, in this weather? God, you're joking.
How about my place?
Who'll be there? Just us.
You're kidding. Elsie will be there. I know, 'cause I asked her. Ron could come round tonight, and Susie might be in tonight, and all too.
Well, it'll be like a flippy bus station.
How about your place?
Now my mum's in and my dad. Hey, do you want to come and meet them?
What for?
Well, you've got to meet them sometime, haven't you?
I've already met your mum. Hey, have you told her about us? I mean, have you mentioned we're going out together?
No, not yet. If you come round tonight, though, we'll tell her then.
No, thanks. I don't mean to be mean or anything, Brian, but your mum has a bit of a reputation round here. Mention Ivy Tilsey to anybody, they all reckon she's a bit of a tartar.
Give over. She's me mum.
Gail, do you think you could, I could do with some help.
I've got to go anywhere. Got a fully cooked up to do this happy. See you later, eh?
Sorry, Emily. I lose track of time when I'm with Brian.
He seems a very nice young man. Only, well, I couldn't help noticing his hands seemed rather oily.
Oh, he can't help it. He works in a garage.
Oh, I know. Don't think I'm criticising. Only, well, I did notice you were holding his hand and, well, you will bear it in mind, Gail, won't you? Before you handle any bread.
How's she making out, then?
A bit slow at first, but now she's doing pretty well. We've started shifting the product a bit anyway.
Yeah, oh, glad to
Buy
hear
some
it.
today, fry some today, you'll be flying high today. Come on, ladies, try it. It's lovely grub, honestly. Here, Oliver, you have some.
Excuse me, Mr. Thomas, I've a lot on my plate
It's lovely
today.
grub, honestly.
Hello, love. Hey, the manager seems very pleased with you. Says you've settled down quite well.
Well, I'm glad somebody's happy. This is not my idea of a career, you know, slicing lumps off German sausages.
Give over. Everyone starts small in this game, but it can lead to big things.
I bet you say that to all the girls. I just hope no one that knows me comes in, that's all.
I don't know what you're moaning about. Do you know I've got girls pestering me, throwing themselves at me for a big chance like this?
Oh, to do this. These lovely jobs, the wine, the perfumes.
Hello. Who got you ready this morning, then?
Hello, Hilda.
What are you supposed to be?
Well, it's a sort of chef's outfit.
Oh, is that what it is? What is it you're selling?
Giving away, actually. It's sausage. Would you like to try some?
Oh, sausage, eh? Only I heard some talk about perfume. No, I don't think so, thanks. Well, it can't be much good if they're giving it away, can it? So now then, I'm glad I've seen you.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye. Look, Tracy. The postman's brought us a parcel. It's from Holland. That's where your daddy is. And we thought he'd forgotten all about your birthday, didn't we? Let's see what he's brought you. Oh, isn't that lovely? That's for you, from Daddy. And there's a note in here. It says, for my little girl, with all my love, Daddy. There's a card here as well.
Yes?
Hey, I'll tell you what, Tracy. Let's write to your daddy in Holland and let him know that his present's got here, shall we?
Yes.
Oh, somebody at the door now. Hi.
I've brought a little present for Tracy. It's from me and Emily.
Oh, you shouldn't have bothered.
Well,
And
it's-
Emily's given her a present already.
It's only a little birthday cake from our place. And let's do the job properly. Birthday cake candles.
Oh.
Hey! What, is that your birthday, Prezi? Isn't it nice? Who gave you that?
Ray sent it.
Oh, very nice.
Do you fancy a cup of tea?
No, I won't stop. I'm in a bit of a rush. Hey, have you had a night out lately?
Oh, you must be joking.
There's a very good film on at the Roxy. I went last night with Brian.
And you actually managed to see some of the film?
Of course I did.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going myself, but it's not much fun going on your own, and I don't like asking Emily to keep babysitting.
Well, that's all right. I'll babysit for you. Then you can go with Emily. I'm sure she'd love to.
Are you sure?
Oh, positive. And you'd be doing Emily a favour, because she don't get out much these days, does she?
Yeah. Thanks very much. You're on.
My pleasure. It's all right if I bring a friend with me, isn't it?
You mean Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it is. No wonder you said my pleasure.
They generally have these special offers on just one day a week, you know, so that's why we're in. Well, it makes it worth the walk, like. I'd take Stan with me to carry the bags, but you know what his back's like.
Look, I thought you had something important to tell me.
I have.
Well, for heaven's sake, will you get to the point?
Wait, you sweat. Oh, I've forgotten what I was up to now. Oh, yeah. Well, when I got in there, I were dropped on. You could have knocked me down with a feather.
Yeah, given half a chance, I would have done.
Hi. Oh, well, I've just gone down this row where they have the jams and the tins of fruit and that. Oh, they've got pineapple chunks on offer. Yeah, well, I got round into the next row, and like I say, I were dropped on.
What happened?
Don't ask me, ask Gilda.
Well, I'm telling you, aren't I? This supermarket in Victoria Street. Now, just guess who was in there, standing behind a stove thing, frying sausages.
Frying sausages in a supermarket.
Go on, just have a guess.
Prince Charles. The Incredible Hulk.
Wonder Woman.
Oh, well, she thinks she is.
Look, I've had enough of this, Gilda. Who are we talking about exactly?
Susie Birdshaw. Yeah, you might well stare. Thought that'd make you sit up. All that rubbish about demonstrating posh sense. The only sense she's got on her is sausage.
Susie, are you having us on, Hilda?
No, I'm telling you. She were in there with a big daft hat on, standing behind a frying pan. Well, I had to smile.
I thought all that talk about a new job sounded too much like fairyland.
Yeah, if anybody knows how to tell fairy stories, it's, Well, I can't be standing here all day. Just thought you'd like to know. Ta-ra.
And she had the nerve to go on at me for working in a snack bar.
Cafe. Look, this wants looking at, kid. Come on, let's get going.
Hey, go on up, Peter Chica, go on.
Were you shouting at those kids?
Well, they were pestering me for bits of sausage, Mr. Woodhouse.
That is the idea.
But they've been mithering me for 10 minutes.
And if they like the product, they tell their mothers, and they buy it.
Yes, but...
The customer is always right.
Oh, I see. Well, they said the sausage was worse than school dinners. In fact, I think the word was pig swill.
Young louts. You mustn't encourage them. Anyway, more customers, Susie. Carry on, Susie. Come on, don't forget your sales routine.
It tickles the taste buds and perks up those jaded palates. Fry it, grill it, try it with salad. All the family will love it, and it's on our shelves right away. Oh, what are you two laughing at?
Oh, if you were standing where we were, you'd see the funny side of it.
You want to see your hat?
I don't think it's funny.
I don't. I think it's hysterical.
Where's all your perfume then?
Would you believe garlic?
Oh, is that what it is? I thought it was Canal Number 5.
One candle. 2 candles. Because you're 2 now.
Oh, I love candles on a birthday cake.
Oh, I wish it could be a bigger cake, only the bakery don't do a bigger one unless you order it in advance.
You're going to blow them out now. Take a big breath. Shall Mummy help?
Oh, that's a clever girl.
Now we can have a slice. I take it we're all having one.
Oh, just a very small one.
Oh, yeah, me and all.
There.
Hey, look at that.
There we are.
You're going to enjoy that, aren't you? Hey, ain't it smashing having a birthday? Wait till you're as old as me, love. You'll not enjoy it half as much.
Thanks
Darling, have you heard anything, Mrs. Wells? Where is she going?
Who, Mrs. Elton?
Well, Deirdre Langton. I mean, she's got the house up for sale. She must have somewhere to go, mustn't she?
You know, I've always understood that you were the repository of all the information about this neighbourhood, so you must know.
I've no idea. Not being the sort that pries into other folks' business. Not like somewhat coming here, naming no names.
Even so, Mrs. Elton, you know far more about local events than anyone else around here.
Ah, yeah, well, that's because a lot of people confide in me, you see. Bring me their troubles up.
Yes. Evidently, Deirdre hasn't seen fit to seek your comfort and support.
Well, I expect she will when she's ready.
Yes, well, in that case, I should prepare yourself for a long wait.
What's the matter with her? I'm only trying to be a good neighbour, wondering where Deirdre's going to flip to.
The best thing she can do is go back to her husband.
She won't go to Holland, Albert. I mean, if she wouldn't live with him over here, she won't go over there now, will she?
I don't see why not.
Well, I'm not saying she shouldn't. I'm saying she won't. She won't go live with a lot of flipping foreigners, Albert.
But they're just the same as us. Except they talk different.
Oh, don't be daft.
Look, I've been there and I know what I'm talking about.
How will happen she go and live with her mother?
Oh, no.
Why? What'll mother have her?
Oh, she'd have her, I dare say. But I can't see Deirdre going. Not when her mother keeps telling her she should never have left her husband.
Hey, up here's a fella that'll know.
Oh, what's that?
Alf, where's Deirdre Langton going to live?
Oh, ask me.
Well, somebody said you were giving her advice, sorting out a problem. Somebody around here.
Yeah, well, there's
Any
too
round?
many folk around here. There's too much yapping.
Precisely what I was saying.
I'll have a pint of bitter, if you're serving.
Well, people are bound to wonder, you know. And I tell you something else and all. They'll be wondering who's going to buy Deirdre's house. Because after all, we don't want no riffraff moving into the street, do we?
Right. You shouldn't have any trouble with her. I've just had a look at her. She seems to be fast asleep.
Well, if she wakes up, I'll tell her a story.
Oh, you shouldn't have to do. Once she gets off, she's usually very good.
Just to be on the safe side, though, if you pop up every now and again to listen, that's what I always do.
Everything will be all right.
You're going to miss the start of the picture if you don't get moving.
Oh, yeah. Listen, brew up whenever you want to, and just in case somebody rings up about the house, which they shouldn't do, just tell them to ring back tomorrow, OK?
Right.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
You will listen out for Tracy, won't you?
Of course I will. Enjoy yourselves. Honestly, anybody would think it was Emily Bishop's baby the way she goes on.
Alone at last. Come here.
Do you want to watch this?
Nah, I want you to come here.
I'll put a record on.
Play something smoochy.
Oh, it's going to be like that, is it?
Why are you grumbling?
No. Hi.
Aye. A great idea, this babysitting life, wasn't it? What's up?
Thought I heard something.
Oh, flipping heck.
What was it you were saying? About it being a great idea?
Oh, leave the dishes there, I'll give you a hand with them later on.
Oh, you say the nicest things. You sweet Irish charmer, you. Can you smell anything? No, there's something faintly exotic, like a lorry load of German garlic sausages.
Oh, look, don't start. Do you know I've had it up to here?
What's up, Chuck? Is the bright lights and the jet set getting too much for you?
Do you know, 7 o'clock they kept me till. Late night closing in that grotty shop.
Well, you put your feet up, love. Never mind the big grudges. There's a lot of jealousy about.
Thanks, Ron, but anyone who's jealous of what I've been doing today needs their head testing.
Well, it's a job and you have to start somewhere.
There's nothing to eat, is there?
Yes, as a matter of fact, there is, love. I've been keeping it hot in the oven for you. How about a nice big plateful of sausage and mash?
Oh, well, see, I don't want to see another sausage as long as I live.
I'm only kidding you, Chuck. How about corned beef hash? Will that do you?
That's smashing.
Well, I'll dish it up for you.
Well, was your boss pleased with you?
I seem to be. Matter of fact, he said there'd be more jobs, more exciting, you know.
There you are, you see.
But men are rotten liars, isn't they?
Oh, I don't know. There are one or two of us about who tell the truth.
Well, you're one. Let's sort the boss is the other one. Hey, where's Gail?
Oh, she's babysitting for Deirdre, isn't she?
Babysitting?
Yeah.
What's come over her all of a sudden?
Well, she's got Brian with her, hasn't she?
Oh, I see. So she's looking after 2 kids, is she?
could want changing.
Oh, why bother?
Well, it's nice.
This is nice and all. I don't want to shift.
Yo, you're just lazy.
I'll tell you what. It's music you want. I could whistle.
You took your shoes off, your feet are dumb. Don't bother. Who's that?
Somebody at the door.
Oh, wonderful. I wonder who it is.
Don't answer, they'll go away.
No, it'll wait, Tracy. See who it is, Brian.
Okay.
I hope you don't mind me, Cop. Brian, what are you doing here?
Hello, Mum.
I've just come to see Deirdre about that. Oh, I see she's got quite a house full.
Hello.
Where's Deirdre?
She's gone out for the evening.
Oh.
Gail's babysitting for her.
Oh, I see. Well, what's your job?
Well, I'm like, helping her.
Oh, see you more than ever now then, don't I? Well, how long's this been going on?
What?
You and Madam here?
We've been going out for a few weeks now.
Oh, see. Well, he's never said anything at home.
Oh, don't go, Mum. What the heck do you want anyway? I mean, what have you come round here for?
There's a great for sale notice outside front door. Or hadn't you noticed? Price is right, we might be moving in here.
Moving here?
You heard. And Brian, will you button your shirt up, please? You look naked.
I'm too early. Well, I saw your light on. I thought you must be up.
Oh, come in, Alf. I am up. There's no such thing as lions when you've got a 2-year-old in residence. Much as I love you, Chuck, sometimes I wish you'd hurry up and be 18.
Now, don't wish your life away, as Reenie would say. No, the thing is, have you got an hour or two to spare tomorrow morning?
Yeah, I should think so. Why? Have you found me somewhere?
Now, I'm not making any promises, but there is this flat if you'd like to see it. I can get the key and I can pick you up, what, 10:30?
Oh, thanks, Alf. I am grateful, honestly.
Ah, well, don't go thanking me until you've seen it and decided you like it.
Oh, I'll like it. I've made my mind up to like it. We can't wait to make a fresh start, me and Trace.
Yeah, well, that's the spirit.
Do you fancy a cup of tea? It's just brewed.
No, thanks, love. I better get off. Oh, this flat, it is vacant possession, if you do like it. Are you fixed for getting rid of this place?
Well, I've got a couple of people interested. I had a couple round last night. They said they'd be back later on.
Shouldn't be no problem. It's a right bonny little place. Anyway, change is as good as a rest, isn't it? Ta-ra, love.
Ta-da.
Ta-ra, Tracy.
You're not serious, Kate.
I'm perfectly serious. I've been wanting to move for a long time.
What's wrong with Incanal Street?
Well, you know it wants a lot of spending on it. Lancey's house has been modernised already. It's got central heating, it works. And I'm getting past dumping in buckets of coal.
What does your Bert have to say?
Well, if I'm happy, he's happy.
Give over. I know your old man. Take a ton of dynamite to shift him. He likes what he's used to.
It's only a couple of streets away. I'm not asking him to flaming emigrate.
What's it like her inside? Has she got it done out nice?
Well, it's not to my taste, but I can soon put that right.
How about your Brian, though? I mean, what does he think?
Hey, he's that much struck with that little girl. I don't think he'd notice if we were living in a tent.
I suppose he's all for any room. They like living in the same house. Could get serious, that, you know. You want to be careful.
Hey, what my son does is his own affair. He's a free agent.
And another bus just passed. Does she know?
I've told you nothing's settled yet. Our Bert has to see it first.
Hey, have you heard you might be getting new neighbours?
I'm more interested in who's done these scenes. Have you seen them? More cookie than a fiddler's elbow.
Oh, it's that Linda. I'll have a word with her, Elsie.
I thought you'd already had a word with her. It's the third time this month her stuff's come back.
Well, she's not a bad kid. She's having ups and downs with her fiancé.
Yes, but she should leave her emotional problems at home. And besides, you're the supervisor. You should keep them on their toes.
Listen, apart from Linda, how long is it since you had to make a complaint?
I shouldn't have to make a complaint at all if you were doing your job and keeping your eyes on them like you're supposed to.
Oh, I can't wait till you two are practically living next door to each other. Do you know, it'll be better than Bruce's big night out round here.
Shut up, big gob.
What's she on about?
Having her Bert, think about Langton's. Won't that be nice for all of you?
Yeah, just hang on a tick. It's Joe Walsh. Wants to know when the heck you go and get round there.
Tell him as soon as I can.
Hello, he says as soon as he can. He said he heard that last week.
I'll do it. I'll be there before Friday. What's he want? Blood? Ask him.
You ask him.
You've got the message.
Joe? Oh, he will definitely be round there before Friday. Yeah, that's a promise. Ta-ra.
I think I'll go ex-directory, you know. Ringing me, the damn cheek ringing me at home.
Well, he says he's been ringing yard. There's never anybody there.
Yeah, well, if you'd have let me take Deirdre on like I wanted to, things would have been different, wouldn't they?
It's not just somebody to answer the phone you need. It's real help. A bloke. You can't go on like this, you know, Len.
Oh, I'll manage.
You're knocking yourself out on your feet. How much longer do you think you can go on doing the work of two fellas, eh?
Oh, God, there's no peace at all, is there?
Just a minute.
Ah, the Vanishing Man.
You're dead right. I'm on my way out.
Only as far as across the road, I hope.
Pendleton, don't you worry.
Oh, yeah? And what about that sink you've been promising me faithfully to install every day for the past 2 weeks?
I'll do it. I'll get round to it.
That's the theme tune of the house at the moment.
Yeah, when you get round to it. When I've got another strike on my hands for not giving my staff proper facilities.
And what's the matter with the facilities they've been using up to now? They haven't been complaining. They've managed up to now, haven't they?
Son, if you want to come across the road and argue the toss with Ivy and her gang, that's up to you. Me, I'm only the boss.
All right, dinner time. Will that suit you?
Yeah. Which dinner time?
Today, unless of the flaming funny stuff. I'm going, love. I'll see you later.
Try.
What's bugging him?
Overworked and underpaid.
Aren't we all?
Do you want me to have a flag day for you?
No joking. I bet he wouldn't change his one-man band for that hen house I'm running over there. It's like being married to 20-odd nagging wives without any of the perks. Know what I mean?
It is seconds, but you can hardly notice the flaws. I mean, you can't say no at that price.
Can't you get in any other colour? I mean, I wouldn't mind a nice warm shade of brown.
Ask her if she can get me a length in turquoise, or failing that, a nice seductive shade of pink.
Right, that's me done. And you can tell her that cobweb in the lab definitely wasn't there last week. Oh, hey, I like that.
There's this woman comes in the cafe. She's got a market stall. It's half what it'd cost in the shops.
Get your stamp to treat Hilda.
That'll be the day. I'll be lucky if he forks out for my funeral tea.
Right, that's brown for Betty, turquoise or pink for Bet, and Deirdre wants lemon for Tracy. She's getting very handy at making her little frocks.
Hey, any news about the house?
What sort of news?
Well, has she got any prospects for buying it, like? I've caught a glimpse of one or two looking it over, you know, but I can't say there's been nobody I'd fancy for neighbours.
I believe there have been some nice people looking round Hilda. But funnily enough, they said exactly the same thing about you.
Excuse me. This is Mrs. Langton. This is my husband, Bert. He's very keen to look round the house, aren't you, Bert?
Aye. Well, where would you like to start? Upstairs or downstairs?
Don't know, met no odds. I suppose you to see the lot.
Well, of course we have. You don't buy a house without a thorough inspection.
Who said anything about buying it?
Us, if we like it. And if price is right.
Well, it's certainly a very nice, cosy little family home, fully modernised before we moved in, and it's very labour-saving.
Yeah, how do you find this open plan, then?
Oh, I like it. I just push the Hoover through, 1, 2, 3, I'm done. You got a lot more space as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Ivy, love, this'll have to come out.
What?
It's not right, all this imitation brick stuff. No, it'll have to come out.
Oh, he's old-fashioned in his ideas, him.
Well, I like things to be what they seem. If it's wood, I like it to be wood, and if it's stone, I like it to be stone.
Hey, mind you won't have old fake. It's a bit fussy that way, aren't you, Bert?
Well, she's just the same, you know. She'll not met do.
You have to have your standards, haven't you?
Definitely. How's the structure, then? It is sound.
Oh, yeah, perfectly. I mean, you can have a surveyor in if you like, but my husband is in the business, you know.
Yeah, that's all very well, but you know what they say about cobblers' children running out without shoes on. Now what?
Hey, Ivy, I hope you realise this room's not as big as ours.
Don't be daft, it's bigger.
I tell you, it's not. Look at her face, look. She'll not have it. I'm telling you, it's not as big.
It might not be as wide, but it's much longer that way. I could put my cocktail cabinet there.
Hey, just a minute. First things first, we haven't bought it yet. What's the upstairs like?
Oh, I'll show you.
Hey, if the main bedroom's smaller than ours, you can forget it, because I can't sleep in a poky bedroom. I wake up feeling as if I'm choking. I like to... Well, I have to have space, you see.
Will you stop being difficult, Bert? She's not interested in your sleeping problems.
Well, it's a factor, isn't it?
Actually, both the bedrooms are quite a reasonable size. The second one's done out as a nursery, of course.
Oh, well, that's nothing. Whatever you've got on them walls, our Brian will cover them up with motorbike posters. That's one room we'll not have expensive decorating.
It'll be nice if you move it to the street, though, won't it?
Of course.
You won't get fed up with me seeing me 3 times a day.
Well, I see you 3 times a day now. I'm gonna knock you yet.
Flipping it. What are you doing here?
Oh, good, the kettle is on. You know, I'll skin else if you haven't got the coffee in.
Have you been lying in bed till now?
I've been relaxing. Relaxation is good for the soul.
I thought you had a job flogging sausages.
Oh, that was a one-off, love. Sausages today, mink coats tomorrow. That's the beauty of this job. Anything can come up. Who's having coffee?
I'll make the coffee. You make yourself respectable.
I am respectable. I'm a very respectable girl. You can ask anybody.
That is no way to float around the house.
We usually do.
Not when we've got fellas here.
Oh, Brian doesn't mind, do you, Chuck? I mean, you're not seeing nothing you've not seen before. Are you?
No, but I'd never mind an action replay, no.
I'm glad somebody round here appreciates me.
Flipping exhibitionist.
Oh, that is a big word for a little girl.
Why don't you take all your clothes off and march down Market Street naked? Then you could really enjoy yourself.
Well, I would do, but it's January and it's cold. Hey, can you see me doing the Lady Godiva bit?
Not really. You've not got what she had.
Oh, thanks a lot.
I meant the long hair.
Look, I don't want to have my lunch with you looking like that, so why don't you just stop playing silly beggars and go and put some clothes on?
Well, there's not much point. When I've had this drink, I'm going to have a bath, wash my hair, face pack, the lot.
Is that all you've got to do with yourself?
I haven't got to do it. I want to do it. It's a big night tonight.
You're not the only one that's going out tonight, is she, Brian?
No.
Only it doesn't take me all day to make myself beautiful.
Well, you haven't got to, have you, Fly? You're probably going to the local pictures and home to look at his motorbooks. Me, I'm going to an Italian restaurant, swanky disco, in a Mercedes, would you believe?
I don't care how you go. I just wish you'd go.
I'm on my way. Is it good?
Sometimes I hate her.
Well, I thought you were your best friend.
What's that got to do with it?
Have you got any influence with this guy?
No, not that I know of. Why?
Tried my charm this morning. Didn't seem to work.
Failing, is it, like the rest of your powers?
I said dinner time. I'll be there dinner time. It's only 12:30 now.
You're right, Len.
I'm fine if people would only get off my flaming back.
He's doing too much, you know. He'll have to get himself a new partner, or at least somebody to help out.
Yeah, it's not that easy, is it, finding the right person? Ray and him did make a good team.
Hello.
Hello, look.
Hey, you used to live at Langston's, didn't you, Mr. Baldwin? Oh, you haven't met me husband, Bert, haven't you?
Yeah, Christmas. What about the house?
Well, is it in good nick? Only because me and Bert's considering buying it. You know, we don't want to waste no money on a survey if we don't have to.
Well, it was in pretty good nick when I sold it. Shouldn't think they bashed it about too much. So, looks like you'll be moving in then.
She wants to.
Don't you, love?
Of course he does.
I haven't made up my mind yet.
Well, it's a lovely little house, I must say.
Not wrong with the one we've got.
There's plenty wrong with one we've got. He wants to, really. He's just taking a bit of used to getting used to change.
Anyway, the money's going to take some finding, you know. I mean, she's not going to budge from that price.
Oh, I think she's asking a fair price. I had half a mind to buy it back myself.
What stopped you, lover? Too many painful memories?
Anyway, I'm not that stuck on it.
I'm not discussing it in front of this lot, Bert.
I'm only saying, you know what I mean? Look, I'm just not that keen, that's all.
You've made your mind up not to like it before you set a foot inside door.
I'm entitled to an opinion.
But you're not being reasonable, Bert. Oh, you've just set your face against all idea from the start.
What face? I came to see with you, didn't I?
I haven't made your mind up first.
I don't see why it's so set on it.
Because it's high time we had a change, that's why. Oh, I've been through all reasons, you know them as well as I do. I want the house, Bert. It feels just right for us. I know you don't fancy the idea of an upheaval, but you're not take long to settle in. And just think, no more getting up at crack of dawn to light fires.
What are you talking about? I've got up for the last 20-odd years, haven't I? I dare say a few more won't hurt.
But you don't have to. Look, we've both worked hard, haven't we? Earned right for a bit more comfort.
Oh, I don't suppose I'll get any peace till I say yes.
Are you saying yes?
Do I have any option?
Oh, you're a right beggar, you. Sometimes I don't know how I ever put up with you.
Yeah, no.
And it's game, set and match to the lady.
Poor little chap. He put up a good fight, but he didn't stand a chance.
It's going stone cold.
That's all right.
Well, you're not going to eat it standing up. Horses do that, not people.
I told you, love, I've no time.
You can sit down for 5 minutes.
I'm not hungry.
You didn't have any breakfast either.
Well, yeah, it's a good thing, isn't it? You're always telling me to get rid of some of this flab.
What's your schedule for this afternoon? You're not going back to Pendleton, are you?
No, I said I'd finish that off tomorrow morning. And then with any luck, I'll get round to Joe Walsh's by about 12 o'clock. But right now, I'm going over to fix that flaming sink for Mike Baldwin. I'll see you about 6, love.
Oh. Hey, well, have a sandwich with your tea break. Summit.
What tea break?
Well, that was quick.
Oh, we don't hang about once we've made our minds up, do we, Bert?
I'll get on to my solicitors then. I must say I'm glad you've changed your mind, Mr. Tilsley. I'm sure you'll like it here.
Of course he will, once he gets settled in. Be as snug as a bug in a rug, won't you, love? Once you get your books and your pot plants around you, He's a smasher with pot plants, Bert, he's honest.
Now, why couldn't we have bought one with a little garden, then? Facing south.
Well, you did say that backyard got plenty of sun, didn't you? You can train climbing plants up walls.
Well, I know, but it's not the same as my grand used to be.
Listen, you'll have enough to do without a lawn to mow. There's plenty I want doing in here. Not that you've not got it very nice, you know what I mean? Everybody's taste's not same, is it?
It'd be a funny world if it were. Oh, excuse me a minute.
And take that look off your face.
What look? I just don't see what all the rush is, that's all.
'Cause we don't want to miss it, do we? Oh, it is a nice little house, Bert. It'll be a lot less work for me.
Well, I dare say we can do something with it.
Listen, once you get going, you'll have it like a little palace. Ah, Brian will give you hand.
You're joking, that'll be the day.
I think you know Mrs. Bishop.
Well, I do, but to be Bert and my husband had that pleasure. This is Bert.
Oh.
I do. Hey, haven't I seen you in Dawson's?
I'm the manageress there, yes.
I thought so, can't I? He does a very nice Eccles cake.
Is it too soon, or can I tell her?
Well, it's no secret now, is it? Not now it's definite.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Tilsley.
Oh, Ivy and Bert, please.
Sorry. Ivy and Bert have just agreed to buy the house. They're going to be your new neighbours.
Oh, that'll be nice.
It's been a long time. You can't expect to buy a house in 2 minutes, you know.
Say that's doing out pushing, you know, he don't want to go.
Well, it's usually the case. It's always the woman that wants to make a bit of progress in this world.
Oh, is that what you'd call it? Progress moving in round here, I won't.
I'll tell you who will be disappointed if Ivy buys it.
Who's that?
Emily Bishop. I mean, nothing against Ivy, but she was hoping that another young couple would get it with a baby. Well, you know what she's like.
Well, she can mother their Brian, get him out from under my feet for a bit.
Going strong, that romance, is it?
Look, Gail's a grown girl. I mind my own business.
Funny. Ivy said exactly the same thing.
Well, strange as it may seem, Chuck, some of us do.
What are you going on about? I've done nothing wrong.
Well, it'll look peculiar, won't it, you showing around the house?
Will it, Eckers, like? Anyway, who's going to see us?
Well, people will see you go in. Residents will know you are.
Well, look, I'm not sitting up in the flat as me...
Fancy bit?
Hey, that's enough of that.
Just right one of them flats for a fancy bit.
That's just right for Deirdre and all.
Yeah, perhaps.
Well, she's very keen.
Yeah, I suppose it'll be all right.
Look, if the gossip starts, I've got a broad back and I can take it. I mean, I've taken worse.
You know, Alf, lover, I am concerned about Deirdre and baby. I know she's on her own and all that, but, well, you are my husband. And I can't help wishing you hadn't got yourself involved.
How's it going then?
It'll take me a lot longer than I thought.
Oh, how much longer?
Oh, about an hour at least.
Oh, well, I'm off.
Well, who's going to lock up?
Oh, Mike Borden will do that. I'll give Hilda the keys. I've got a heavy date.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, count on it, mate.
It's, Mr. Oldmist in office.
Yeah? Oh, congratulations. I heard the buzz. You're moving.
Yeah, that's right. Well, once we get financial side sorted out.
Don't move, love. It saves trouble.
By gum, you fellas, you're all the same, aren't you? Do you know, I reckon if it weren't for us women, we'd still be living in flipping caves.
Yep.
Could I have a word, Mr. Alwyn?
Yeah?
It's about money.
Forget it.
Oh, no, I'm not talking about wages.
Oh, good.
It's a personal matter.
What's the matter? Got behind with your television payments, have you?
We have not. Me and Bert have never been in debt all as married lads. We don't believe in living on take.
Good. Very glad to hear it. I wish there were more people with your philosophy. What's the problem, then?
We want to buy Langton's house.
Not a small item.
No, well, we already own his own place, you know, but we won't get as much for that as new one's costing.
Oh, well, like I said, I think they're asking a very fair price. You know?
Yeah, and it's in good condition, so, I mean, we shouldn't have any trouble getting a mortgage. Thing is, we've got to pay a deposit.
Have you sold yours, yeah?
No, it's not gone through, but we need money now, you know. We've got some savings, but not enough.
What did the bank say?
Oh, I haven't been to them. I mean, I was thinking, well, they charge interest, don't they?
That is how they make their loot, yeah.
Yeah, but it'd only be for a few weeks till we settle in. I was thinking, well, that is Bert we're thinking.
That is you we're thinking.
If you could see your way to lending us money. We'd be willing to pay some interest, you know, but we thought maybe not as much as banks would want.
I'm a jeans manufacturer, love, not a money lender.
Well, I know, but, I mean, it wouldn't be that much to you, would it? And it'd mean a heck of a lot to us, Mr. Baldwin. We're both in regular employment, you know, so, I mean, it wouldn't be as if you're risking aught.
Now, what do you think would happen if the rest of my staff came in here with that idea, eh?
Well, they won't. Anyway, it were worth a try.
Now, hang on. How much do you reckon you need to tie you over?
500.
I see. About that new work rota we were discussing.
Girls turned it down.
Yeah, I know they did. But I'm asking you to get them to reconsider it.
Well, they said it'd be inconvenient for her.
Be more convenient for me. I mean, they get used to it. Production would increase. It's the name of the game, darling.
Well, I suppose so. I can ask them.
Yeah, you do that, love. 500, you said?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, okay.
What, you lend it us?
Yeah, any time you like.
How much interest?
Interest-free, darling. I mean, if we can't do each other a little favour, well...
Oh, I see. I'll talk to girls.
Yeah, you do that, love. Oh, and Ivy, don't just talk to them. Get them to say yes, eh?
Bet you're crafty, you.
And you should thank your lucky stars I am, darling. Because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be in a position to lend you 500 quid, would I?
I didn't realise your mother was such a homebody.
She just likes having things the way she wants them.
Oh, I know that.
Oh, hello. 7 o'clock. You managed to put some clothes on.
Yes, and half a ton of makeup and 3 gallons of scent. He must be quite something, this new boy you're going out with.
He is. Have you heard Brian's news? His mum and dad are buying Langtons.
Pity.
Charming.
Well, I was hoping it would go to 2 Playboy bachelors using it for their town pad.
I thought you were quite happy with this current lad you were going out with.
I am, but you've got to keep widening your scope. Well, some of us have.
Yeah, well, see you, Elsie. Ta-ra.
Yes, love, have a nice time. Hey, you two, and don't make me up when you come in. Nor you either.
I won't come in if you like.
Oh, I wouldn't put that past you, and it wouldn't surprise me. Why do you have to be so nasty to them?
Oh.
The kids.
Gail is practically the same age as me, and he's just a few months younger. Though it does seem more at times, I must admit.
Oh, you know perfectly well what I'm talking about. They're quite happy, left on their own, without you getting digs in at them all the time.
I think she's potty. She's chucking herself away.
He's a nice enough lad.
Oh, yeah. A trainee flipping garage mechanic, and still likely to be one on present form when he's his father's age.
Oh, well, that's entirely up to Gail, isn't it? I mean, it's their business. I mean, you're not a mother, are you, to start with? Or is it that you're just a tiny bit jealous?
Me? You must be joking. I've got more to me than that. That'll be Paul. I'll go.
Do I get to meet this new fella?
Oh, yeah, Paul's not shy.
Elsie, this is Paul. Paul, this is Elsie.
Hello, Elsie. Glad to meet you.
Hello.
Now, you don't have to worry. I'll take good care of her.
Oh, don't worry about Susie. She's her own woman. She makes her own decisions.
Too right I do, and up to now I've not made that many mistakes.
Where did you two meet each other?
Oh, at the agency. I was looking for some pretty girls, models. I'm in the fashion business.
Oh, yes?
Yes, and then this young lady came charging in, chattering on about something about sausages or something.
Oh, damn sausage. I swear the smell's still in my hair. Can you smell anything?
Only a very delicate shampoo. Walnut leaves?
Aren't you clever?
No, not really. It's just that I work surrounded by women all the time. You pick up a thing or two.
Yes, it must come in very useful when you want to shoot a line.
Believe me, Elsie, I don't play those games. If I say something, believe me,
Do you know,
I mean it.
I'm exactly the same way myself.
Did you book the table?
Yes, it's 8:30. We'll have a couple of drinks first.
Oh, terrific. Well, see you, Elsie.
Goodbye, Elsie. See you again.
Who are you looking for, Chuck?
Who would I be looking for? Him.
I've been in.
You're not seen him?
Well, not tonight.
Is tea going cold, is it?
Oh, it won't go to waste. I've given it cat. If you do see him, tell him he can go to Chippy. And when I see him, I'll tell him where he can go.
They haven't got a cat, have they?
Well, you know her. She'd go out and get one, especially.
Well, it seems a lot to me.
Can I start in here?
Yeah, give us 10 minutes, lovely.
No, only it's more convenient if I start in the offices.
We'll do the sewing room.
Yeah, but it means I've got to walk over what I've already done if I do it that way.
Hilda, do you mind?
All right. If I ruled the world, every day would be the first day of spring. Mr. Fairclough. Are you all right? Bring that. Here, Mr. Baldwin, could you come out here a minute?
Trying to get some work done.
No, it's Lanny Spark out on the floor.
He's what?
He is, he's just lying there on the floor. Over here, look, where the new sink
Where?
is.
Len.
Do you think we ought to call an ambulance?
Len, mate, what's the matter? Just a minute.
Is he all right?
All right. Well, he's still breathing anyway.
God for that.
Len. Len, wake up.
no.
Wait. Hey.
No, I'm just going. It's all right.
Well, hang on then. You just lay there a minute. Listen, mate, is there any pain anyway?
No.
Do you want me to call a doctor?
No, it's... no, don't.
You sure? Give him a hand up. Hold on here. Up to daisy, mate. Up you go. Had a bit of a nasty turn, haven't you? Yeah. You haven't been on the old...
No.
All right, well, look, come in the office. Have a cup of coffee. You want to get him a cup out the machine, will you?
Yeah.
Press the extra sugar button.
Yeah, right, good idea, yeah.
In there, old mate. Come on, there you go. Round it. Can you manage?
Yeah.
Sit down there. Well, what happened? What, did you bump your head or just pass
No,
out?
I just lifted the sink up and that was it.
Yeah.
I must be sickening for something, I think.
How'd a drop of scotch suit you?
Yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, honest, I'm sorry about this.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. Sure you don't want me to get a doctor?
No, I'm fine, Tom.
Yeah, don't look it. Yeah, try that. You all right?
Hey, Oliver. Ta.
Wonder where she's gone tonight, the good time girl.
Good time girl is right.
Have you seen him, a fella?
Oh, have you seen him?
No.
Oh, you wouldn't look at him twice. At least I hope you wouldn't. He's 50 if he's a day.
Go on.
I'm telling you.
You're kidding.
He's just rolled up for her now.
Oh, what's she at?
Oh, that there's thinking about.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, well, it's her life.
Who's this?
Susie.
Well, what's she doing?
Making a fool of herself, if you ask me.
Yeah, or worse.
I just don't see the need.
No, there isn't any need.
I mean, she's good looking and everything. Well, she is, isn't she?
Well, she's all right. I don't go for myself. I fancy her, mate.
It's just stupid.
What's stupid?
Well, she's going out with this fella, and he's older than God's dog.
Hey, I didn't say that. I said he's 50 if he's a day. I didn't say he rolled up in a bath chair,
No,
did I?
I bet he didn't. I bet he turned up in a Merc. I bet you anything.
Yes, well, I think it was something like that. I didn't exactly go outside to look.
Yeah, anything like. She's dead impressed. If you go out with her an evening, she says, I'm not going home with them two. And I say, why not? You seem like nice lads. And she says, did you see the tatty old car they came in? It's the first thing she notices.
You mean I wouldn't get looking with me Bonnie?
You don't fancy her, do you?
Well, that's a good job, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. You're not having anybody else on the back of that motorbike. So you'd give Elsie a lift. Have you been on the back of a bike?
My little love, I have ridden in every form of transport in my time, including the back seat of a Merc. She wants her head looking at.
Thought you were saving your money.
Oh, yeah. She's banned the drinks, aren't you?
Yeah, maybe I should find myself a fella with a Merc.
What is it you want for that bike, love?
A high compression head.
He keeps telling me. I'm sure it must be something wonderful. Give me a lager and lime, love, please.
Right, I'm fearing.
I'll have same, sir.
Hello, Elsie. Hello, love. What are you doing round here at this time of night?
Oh, we've just come to have another look at the house. Oh, it is lovely.
Yeah, she has got it nice.
Do you know, I'm so pleased with it. I am. I'm ever so pleased.
She's like a dog with sore tails. 2 lagers and limes, love.
That's right, love. And half a bitter, please.
Do you know, it's amazing. It just shows you what you can do with these houses.
Well, he was in building trade, wasn't he? I mean, it's easy if you're in trade, isn't it?
Do you know, I took all the walls out and everything. It makes a lovely big room.
If it don't fall down.
You said you were in trade. You knew what you were doing.
Did he? Maybe that's why he's not living there anymore.
Oh, take no notice of him. It's lovely, though, ain't it, Vera? We've just took Vera to see to you like it, don't you, love?
It's very nice.
Hey, Mum, lend us a quid.
I can't lend you a quid. It's all sport for now, ain't it?
Sorry.
Ask your dad. Oh, well, do you know, it's a little palace.
Yeah,
really
nice.
Right. Hey, Brian, I've just thought on. Do you know something? It's me should be borrowing quids off you these days.
No,
Why do you think we brought you up?
Don't worry, I'll see you right when I'm rich and famous.
Brian, I've got news for you. You'll see me right Friday.
You like it and all, don't you, Bert?
Don't matter much if I don't.
Of course he does. Only me, I'm impulsive, you know. Bert takes things a bit more steady.
Hey, I'll tell you Bert's life story, should I? Won't take long. It's shut up and cough up.
We don't half talk rubbish, you. Just shut up and get drinks in again.
Tango Beano in.
I'm all right. Hang on, mate. Let's get you.
The starter again.
What's the name of the German?
You want your tea at St. Bin?
Now, just a minute, Rita. He's not too bright. Rita, he's... I'm all right. I'm all right.
Don't bother, I can smell him from here.
Look, you're not with me. I found him passed out.
This early?
He's not been on the booze.
I can smell it on him.
Yeah, I gave him that to help bring him round.
Oh, what's happened to him?
I found him passed out on the floor, didn't I?
Good God, no.
Yeah, he was on the floor of the factory.
Oh,
First of all, I thought it was a heart attack or something.
How do you feel now?
I'm all right. It's just that I just feel a bit rough, that's all.
A bit rough. How do you know it wasn't a heart attack?
Well, I don't, but I just thought...
Well, how do you know?
Kicking, aren't I?
Do I?
Has anybody sent for a doctor?
He wouldn't let me, would he?
Well, he's a fool, isn't he? I mean, you just don't go passing out on floor like that. I'm ringing Dr. Harris
Oh,
now.
no, don't do that, no. If I feel bad tomorrow, I'll go and see him then, eh?
I'm ringing him now.
No, she's right, mate. Better to be safe than sorry.
Oh, give over. You'll make me think there is something wrong with me.
Well, there is something wrong. There's something wrong with your head for a start. People just don't go flaking out like that. Are you warm enough? I'll get you a blanket in a minute. You want to be kept warm.
I think she cares about you.
Well, I'm glad somebody's interested anyway, Alf.
Well, that's what we're at job for, isn't it?
Oh, that's smashing. I'm very grateful, miss.
Anyway, you can see it for yourself tomorrow morning.
Smashing.
And where is it?
Well, you know that housing over on the other side of the park? It's over there.
Oh, well, you'll have the park handy.
It's not them new ones they've just been building, is it?
Well, to tell you the honest truth, I don't really know. I mean, it's a bit of a mixture over there, isn't it? But if it is phase 4, the one they're building, well, that's going to be a show house, I think. If it's phase 1, well, that's an old established estate already, so either way, you're well in.
Hey, that's not going to be my new address, is it? Phase 1. Sounds like a planet out of Doctor Who.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, love. You get into this jargon when you're on housing committees, you know. No, it's Appleton Court, it's called.
Oh, I don't think I know that, do you?
Well, I never have any call to go over there.
Well, you will now.
Anyway, I'll come for you tomorrow morning, early. You can see it then.
I'll be waiting, and thanks again, Alf.
Hey, go easy on this thanking, Alf, will you, though? I mean, people get the idea of, you know, bent the rules a bit.
Well, you have, haven't you?
I'm saying no. Ta-ra.
Ta-da. Well, how about that, then? I've got a council flat.
So it seems.
Mind you, we once thought about knocking a wall out, but we didn't kill it for make it dead drafty. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a draft.
I know, I'm the same myself.
I mean, it's nice to have a big room. I mean, it can be very nice. But you want to be cosy, don't you?
Well, you don't get drafts same, you're not with central heating.
Ah, but you've got that door opening straight into your living rooms.
Well, they have that a lot in America.
Of course, I mean, it's warmer over there.
What, coming straight in off the street? I don't think I like that.
Listen, it's just a question of what you're used to, isn't it?
Is it? Well, I like to have a lobby.
Well, you'll have to get used to not having a lobby.
I'll tell you what, though. I could build a little porch just inside the door, like.
You're building no porch in my lounge.
Oh, what? Hellfire, eh? It's a lounge she's got now. A lounge.
Well, it is a lounge. It's a proper lounge.
There'll be no talking to her.
There'll be no talking to me if we don't get home before 9 o'clock. We've got people coming to view, so sup up.
I think your Bert will be sorry to leave your house, you know. Won't you, Bert?
Does me.
That's my Bert. No desire to better himself, except in his mind. He's always reading, I'll tell you. If he's got his chair and his Reader's Digest round him, he'll be happy anyway, won't you, Bert?
I'll tell you what, if it's what she wants, it's what she'll have.
Oh, he's lovely, really. I'm that chuffed. Come on.
Hey, how Brian? Friday.
Well, there's one thing. It'll be very convenient for these two.
I don't think it'll make any difference to them, where they are. I don't think know where they are half the time.
Oh, it's lovely to see, though, isn't it? Young love.
Yeah, we all have it to go through, don't we? Like mumps and whooping cough. And it's funny, you know, it clears up all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah, cynical.
Ignore them.
Who?
Fine. Well, what happens now? Do I start paying into the Koioi?
Oh, you're good for a little while yet, I should think.
Well, it wasn't a heart attack, then?
No, it certainly wasn't a heart attack. Pulse, blood pressure, all very normal. You can put your shirt back on.
Yeah.
What the heck happened?
How's the work going, Mr. Fairclough? You're self-employed, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I'm kept pretty busy, you know, but I like it that way.
Oh, he's up to here. His partner left him, you see, so it's all up to him now.
What did you have for lunch?
Don't know.
Probably not very much.
Well, when I'm pushed, you know, I never bother with a big dinner.
Well, it all fits, you see. What you've just had is
you want the fancy name? You've had a vasovagal attack.
A what?
A faint.
Faint?
You flaked out, old son. You're pushing yourself a bit too hard, and you're not looking after the equipment.
A faint? Is that all? Are you sure about that?
Oh, I wouldn't just dismiss it. When you get to the point where you start flaking out, you've got to take the warning.
I think it was just, well, it was very stuffy over there, that's all.
Oh, that room were full of girls sewing. None of them passed out.
I'm sorry to have dragged you out like this.
Don't be.
Oh, well, you know, I didn't know whether he had a heart attack or what, you know.
You were quite right to call me. And if you don't want me out here again, then you'll have to start taking things a bit easier. When was the last time you had a go like this?
Never?
Never?
No.
Never fainted? Flaked out? Never in your life?
Oh, well, only once. But that was after a couple of days shore leave. You can imagine why.
That was a young Len Fairclough. A Len Fairclough of 1979. Well, you couldn't cram those 2 days into a week, could you? And that's the point. Ease up.
You're not going to prescribe anything for him?
The prescription is 3 meals a day. Good meals, but not heavy. And not too much of the beer. And the main thing, stop pushing yourself. Or you'll be the richest man in the graveyard. Come and see me in a week or so.
Thank you very much for coming, Doctor.
Must get home to my own dinner. I hand out this advice. I should take it.
Well, I hope you didn't think I was daft for sending you.
Round it off you all. And it's up to you. Make sure you take things easy.
I will.
Good night.
Thanks for coming.
Good night, thank you.
You.
What's up?
Always got a flaming can in your hand.
What's a can of beer?
That's part of it. You're off beer, and you're off work for a few days and all.
There's only one thing left then, isn't there?
You'd have no excitement whatsoever.
Shish. Typical Fairclough job. Half finished. It'll take him a week to come and finish it off.
Hey, haven't you?
Heard what?
He's been setting full.
What are you on about?
Oh, I've been knows. I feel so now.
What's this, Harvey?
Well, I heard it from Hilda Ogden. I met her at shop this morning.
Well, what have you heard?
Well, she found him last night, collapsed on the floor, when she come in to clean.
Oh, God, she didn't.
She did, yeah. She thought he had a heart attack. But he come round like, well, Mike took him home and he
Well, I
told
haven't
you.
seen him this morning, have I?
Well, he would have told you. I thought you'd have known.
Well, how is he now?
I don't know.
Well, hang on a minute. You're in charge. I'll slip over the road.
Oh, well, see.
Look, I can't stop now, love. I'm going across the road. See Ivy.
Where's she going?
She's gone to try and breathe new life into an old flame.
Don't be heartless, dearie.
Well, it's right, isn't it?
I'm not with you.
She's heard about Len.
Oh.
Oh, I've been here too long.
Well, you can stop there.
No, the longer I stop here, there's jobs piling up out there.
Well, let 'em.
I can't let them.
You heard what the doctor said. You're to take things easy.
He didn't say I was an invalid.
He said you're to look after yourself. Stop pushing yourself.
That'll be another burst now.
Well, I'll tell him. Glad to see you. You've got a visitor.
Well, how are you?
Terrific.
Well, what's all this I hear, then?
I don't know. What have you heard?
About you collapsing.
Oh, I didn't collapse. That's silly. I didn't collapse.
You did. You did collapse. Hilda Ogden found her dead to the world on the floor.
Hilda's just exaggerating. You know what she's like. I felt a bit funny, that's all, so I had to lie down.
You had one of them things, what's-him-call it?
It was a faint. It was a posh name for a faint. I fainted. Go on, laugh. Fairclough fainted.
I'm not laughing.
No, I mean, she's just being silly, that's all. It's ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous at all.
Well, I'm glad somebody agrees with me.
What brought you to this state, then?
Oh, I don't know. Anno Domini, I suppose. I was just tearing round as usual, you know, like I did when I first started up. But you can't afford to turn down work, can you?
No. Well, I'm glad you're a bit better. From what they all said, I thought you were, well, you know.
Don't worry, they don't get rid of me that easily, you know.
I don't know what it is about you. All your visitors are women.
Hello, then. Feeling better, Len?
All right, there.
Well, that's a relief. Old Ogden's downtown now, you know, buying a black hat. Oh, God, I know I mustn't say that, but honestly, the way she goes on.
I'm sorry to disappoint you all, but I'm as fit as a flea.
Oh, if he takes it easy. He's fretting because I won't let him go to work.
You know, I wish you'd have let me know last night. You should have done.
Oh, I should, except I was a bit preoccupied last night.
Yes, of course you would.
Anyway, I've got a couple of pick-me-ups for you. No charge, have a drink on me and Alf.
Yeah, there you are. And I have brought you a little drop of brandy. What have I said?
He's off the booze.
Right, you're off the
sorry.
booze.
Oh, for heaven's sake, I'm not a kid, you know. I'm not being told what I can do and what I can't do. Give it here. Thank you very much, Elsie. And you too. Thanks very much.
Is Mr. Baldwin in?
Yeah?
Is he in a good mood?
Why, what you after now?
Oh, it's only a little favour.
Well, I'll do you a favour, you know that, Ivy, any time.
You're getting to be very close, you are, do you know that?
I know, it's all the ladylike conversation I have to listen to in here.
Ah, but they've got an excuse. They've no education. You have. Don't be coarse, it doesn't suit you. Can I ask a little favour, Mr. Baldwin?
You can if you come in and close the door, but only us.
Is it all right if I come back an hour late for my dinner time?
What do you mean? The whole organisation has screamed to a halt.
Well, we've got people coming to view house and it's only time that's convenient.
Well, why couldn't you pick a time convenient to me?
I didn't know you were interested in it.
Gotcha. Go on, I suppose I can do without you for an hour. How's it going in there?
Oh, I don't think you'll have any problems just going like that.
Well, I don't know. I'll lend you the deposit, then I have to give you the time off because you got it. I must be daft.
You see, paper, they're looking for Super Boss of 79 and I'm pouring you in for it.
Yeah, well, if they were looking for a soft-hearted bankrupt, I'd win hands down. Go on, off you go.
You're a good one. Sometimes.
Well, you won't have no trouble finding it anyway.
Oh, I didn't realise.
Well, you won't be right on top. Go on.
Well, you've certainly got a view. Yeah, can definitely say that.
Ooh, it's bitter, isn't it? Shall I put the kettle on?
Oh, yes, smash it. That's it.
Well, what did you think of it?
You weren't impressed? Oh, yeah, I was. I thought it was a lovely little flat, but I'm not living there.
Well, why didn't you say to her?
I didn't know how to. I mean, he's been... Yes. But I'm not going up in the air. God didn't give me wings. He didn't give her none either.
I could see by your face.
I don't like heights anyway, but when she ran out, my stomach turned.
I suppose it's safe enough, really.
Yes, it probably is, but I'm not going.
Well, you'll have to tell him.
Oh, that's the easy bit. How do I tell Ivy I'm not going? If I'm not going, I'm not selling.
Well, to be fair, you'll have to tell her right away.
Yeah, well, I'll find her tonight. Maybe it'll be all right. Her husband didn't seem that keen any road. Hey, are you two here again?
We're going to be proper regulars.
Well, I want Bert to get to know everybody, don't I?
Well, I mean, normally you'd be in the right place, but there's not many in tonight.
I don't know where they are. I think that plague struck.
They must have heard we were coming, Bert.
Hey, lager and lime, was it, love?
Oh, no, I'm celebrating. I'll have an Elsie Tanner.
Will you? Well, if that means out to you.
It does, Chuck.
And half a bit of love, please.
What are you celebrating?
We've sold house.
Oh, you did do well. You got it quick.
It was. I tell you what, we'd no sooner agreed we won than another couple come and made us another offer, there and then.
Well, then, I mean, you're laughing, aren't you?
She can't stop herself.
Hello, Chuck.
Hello.
Hello, love.
Hey, guess what? We've got it flogged.
You've not?
Could have flogged it twice today.
Hey, maybe we're selling too soon.
Hey, listen, it's done. That's the main thing.
Listen, you don't know it, Ivy, but that's the worst thing you could have told me.
It's what?
I'm going to have to back out. I'm sorry, but the deal's off as far as I'm concerned anyway.
Don't tell me that.
Honest, I'm dead sorry.
You've had a better offer?
No, it's not that.
Well, what else is it then? What else?
I'm just not selling.
You're just not selling? You've changed your mind, have you?
Yes, I have. I can, you know. There's nothing been exchanged. I'm sorry.
You're sorry? You're sorry? What about us, eh? We've been put through flaming up, haven't we? We've gone raising money, we've gone putting his house up for sale, and now you come and tell us that...
It's fallen through where I was going to go.
Oh, so everybody else's plans fall through now then, do they? Us, people buying off us, and that's all note, is it?
Look, Ivy, I know how you feel, but can't you put yourself in my position?
I will not put myself in your position, because from where I stand, you put your house up for sale and we bought it, and that were agreed.
Yeah, there's no contract.
Contract be blowed. We had it verbally agreed. Agreed verbally, and that's binding. And you'll find that's what a solicitor will say.
Oh, no, come on, you're not going to go that far.
I am. I'm not going to be gazumped.
You're not being gazumped.
Well, call it what you like. I don't care what you call it. I'll not be made a flaming shuttlecock, and I'll not be done down either.
Look, what about me? Where am I going to go? I've got nowhere.
Listen, as far as I'm concerned, it was all agreed, and we've sold our house now.
Well, look, love, I'm sorry, but I think you'll find a verbal agreement is binding. I think you'll find that.
You will find that with me.
Shh, he'll be asleep.
Well, we got away with it last night.
Fancy a cup of coffee?
No, that's not what I fancy at all.
Are you sex-starved or something?
Come on.
And what if I don't?
Well, I might just use force.
I can look after myself, you know.
Well, struggle a bit then. Go on, struggle.
So you're back, are you?
Yes, I'm back, so you can go to bed and stop worrying.
Oh, no, love. When you have visitors, I can't just ignore them. That would be very bad manners.
I was just seeing Susie safely home. And I think under the circumstances...
Oh, you're not going, are you? What a pity. I thought you and I might have a lot to talk about. Like what we were both doing on VE night. Only, of course, that would leave Susie out of the conversation, wouldn't it?
Yes, well, good night, Mrs. Tanner. See you soon, love.
You cow.
Don't worry about what that makes me. Worry about what that makes you.
Does it matter how old he is?
Or what he is, or who he is, or what he does, as long as he takes you out in a Merc and buys you drinks?
So what if he does?
Is that all you want to be, somebody's little bit of fluff?
It's funny you know so much about it, isn't it?
Oh, for God's sake, have some self-respect.
I've not got much of that round here, have I? I bring a friend back for a cup of coffee and you come down like the Salvation Army. And that's a laugh for a start.
Don't you talk to me like that, madam. And don't bring your fancy fellas back here. If you want to carry on with fellas, out! Out!
Real Corrie junkies can catch up on the whole week in Coronation Street on Sunday, starting at 5. Stay with us here on Granada Plus. Blind Dates next.